Because not only would you have gone down 3-0, you have to win every game that Daryl Thompson starts.
Yeah, well, I said last time, I said it's do or die for Newmarket, and of course they didn't win, but now it is do or die. So they've got to win this ball game tonight.
We'll see what they if they are up to the task. It is a very revamped lineup for this Newmarket Shockers team. A little bit of a different lineup as well for Broadway, so maybe not exactly 100% what you've seen earlier in the season, and some key parts may be missing for this Newmarket squad. I'm thinking especially in right field, and a guy that we've enjoyed watching play, Grant Thompson, who will not, at least not in the starting lineup. I don't know if he's here this evening, but not in right field this evening.
Well, and I'm not sure whether he got hurt or he's just not here, and I know for a fact that Shenandoah has gone back to school. So that might have something to do with it. And, there again for some guys from Broadway might be affected by JMU starting too.
Yeah, JMU started classes, or they start classes tomorrow. So, yeah, that could definitely be a factor for them. And they've had a couple guys go home, as Bryce Strotterman and then Josh Jones, a JMU kid who hasn't been to the ballpark in, I guess, a week now as this series continues to drag on with the rain and different weather aspects that we can't control.
Yeah, and I think Josh Jones has kind of been a glaring absence in this lineup at times, and it's the reason that perhaps, Broadway's offense hasn't been nearly as potent as it has been earlier in the year. I thought he was an incredible bat and also a very fine third baseman.
Well, he really did a great job of hitting behind DeLauder. That was when he did that, that certainly made a big difference.
Yeah, when you had Alt, DeLauder, and Jones,
yeah.
I mean, no offense to Travis Reef-Snyder, but it's not the same. It just isn't.
Well, Jones is a contact guy, too. He's going to make contact. Therefore, if you have to put, DeLauder on, which they have had to or not had to, but they put him on anyway. And, we watched him take BP tonight. Out of 20 pitches, he probably hit 15 out.
Yeah.
He's just an incredible player. It's unbelievable how good he is.
I want to remind you that tonight, again, just like last ball game, you can take a look at this contest. It is on the RCBL website. Also, believe at WSBAonline.com. A couple of ways you can see it there. It will be live streaming on YouTube as well. So a lot of different ways you can check out this game and see the pictures to go with our voices as we try and paint them for you here on the radio. Or if you're just driving around, don't put it on. We don't advise that. And we'll give you all the action here as we have throughout the RCBL Championship Series. I don't know if this will be our last contest or not, but I will tell you, as usual, I have felt very privileged and honored and greatly appreciate the opportunity to be here and to bring these games to you over the radio. I know Mario and feels the same way. Dave Thomas, who brought you the very first game of our RCBL season for me. I appreciate those two gentlemen pinch hitting for me at times during this year. So thank you to them, and thank you all certainly for listening. RJ Kelly, Nick Pearl back at Network Control, the two guys who have pressed all the buttons for us this season as well. Appreciate their help. And this has been an incredible season that I will say no short of miraculously came together.
And we've had great crowds. That is social distancing, we think.
Well, it's better tonight, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And a lot of people staying in their cars or hanging out in the back of their own vehicles. You got a mini, I don't know what you would call it out there, a flotilla of pickup trucks.
In left field. It's incredible.
Drive-in ball game out there.
Yeah, it's really great atmosphere. That's one thing about it is the RCBL has put together just a fun atmosphere for baseball here.
Well, and I think, if you're the RCBL, it's something you've got to build on for next year.
Yeah.
And it's something, the one great thing is you had the stage. And I think that the RCBL did everything it could with that stage.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You put on a fantastic product when you had an opportunity and you had more eyes on you. You put on a great product, and I think that will serve you moving forward if you are the Rockingham County Baseball League, a league that is in its 96th year.
This is the 96th year, and, it's the oldest amateur baseball league in America. And that certainly says something. The times we've had with, over the last few months with no baseball, anything. You couldn't see sports up until, late June. And
the only thing not being played in a bubble.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's right.
But here at Rebel Park tonight, we did have a decent rain. It wasn't as torrential as we thought. And I will say at the very beginning of the storm, it kind of looked like, I'd be calling for NEM. But things settled down a little bit, and things looking better out there for us as we get ready to start this baseball game. And it looks like we're going to get it sort of on time.
Yeah.
We were looking at an 8:30 start. It'll probably be a couple of moments after that as the meeting behind home plate just broke up. So let's take a quick look at your starting lineups here this evening for these two teams. First, for the visitors of Broadway, the Bruins are lining it up like this. Matt Measer will patrol left field and bat leadoff tonight. Tyler Alt is at shortstop and hitting second. Chase DeLauder in center field and hitting third. In the cleanup spot, the catcher, Travis Reef-Snyder. John Judy, the pitcher tonight, he gets the start, and he'll also bat fifth. In the sixth hole, Trent Abernathy, he'll be out in right field. Natty Solomon is at first base and hitting seventh. Hitting eighth at second base is Cole Holzinger, and Kevin Rush will finish out the lineup. He's hitting ninth, and he is over at the hot corner at third base. And Leighton, what do you got for these Newmarket Shockers as they look to stave off elimination?
Well, leading it off, it'll be the same guy that they've had all year long, the shortstop, Frankie Ritter. And then in the two hole, it's a little bit of a change. It will be the center fielder, Henry De Laverne. He'll be followed by the third baseman, Pierce Booker. And in the cleanup spot, it will be the designated hitter, Calvin Pastel. In the 5 spot, it'll be the second baseman tonight, Matt House. He'll be followed by the right fielder, Luke Eastep. In the 7 hole, it'll be Ethan Laird. He'll be playing first base. Behind the plate in the 8 spot, it will be Matt Moon. And in the 9 hole, playing left field is Hayden Madigan. And on the mound for the Shockers will be Joel Smith.
Joel Smith gets the call here tonight against John Judy. How about that? John Judy starts game 4, your reigning RCBL Pitcher of the Year.
They're just loaded in pitching. They've got guys who can throw. You think it might be Trent Abernathy, and I'm sure he's ready for release. And they got guys, man. They just got guys in that bullpen that keep coming out of there.
So we talked about the differences in the lineup. Matt House is out there at second base. We had seen Mr. Good out there most of this series, if not all of it. Luke Eastep in right field instead of Grant Thompson. We'll see how that plays out. We've been on Luke a little bit with his defense, and it just has not it's something he's going to have to work on. Ethan Laird is at first base. That's not who they've had there for this series thus far. It'll be interesting to see how this Newmarket team reacts, but obviously down 3-0, you've got to shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to give them something different to look at and hope it works. You've got your back against the wall. You want to see what can work, and I know it's a little late to be changing things up, but you got to throw something out there.
We'll come back with the start of this baseball game. It's RCBL Championship Series Baseball, a Newstalk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the Valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl plank, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
The summer clearance event is going on now at Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, where you'll find rates as low as 0% and no payments for up to 90 days. Plus, 0 down, sign and drive. Now's the time to buy a new Ram, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, or check out the stylish new Dodge Challenger. Plus the full lineup of new Jeeps like the rugged Jeep Wrangler or the luxury of the Grand Cherokee. Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical. South Main Street, Harrisonburg.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Richard Sorrells, the full-time announcer for your Newmarket Shockers, to throw out the first pitch for tonight's game.
All right, and here we are. Thank you, R.J. Kelly, the man with the voice, bringing us into the ninth ball game. And we are at Rebel Park, and we are online as well. If you want to take a look at it, Telemedia Productions bringing you tonight's ball game via video. And the first inning of action is brought to you by Huggins and Associates. For more than 125 years, Ameriprise has been committed to putting clients' needs first. Our advisors are passionate about helping you live the full, rich life that you've earned.
Oh, Bob Losser just threw out the first pitch in 1972. Played on that team that won the RCBL championship
For Twin
County Twins. In fact, I'll tell you guys in a little while, I got the whole roster here.
For Twin
And
County?
you'd be shocked. There's another guy that's out here. He's got a red hat on right now. Mr. Bob Weiss was the second baseman on that team.
Young man at that
Young
time.
man,
Very young,
Bob.
right?
Yeah, 1970. He's still young.
He's still young. I don't know about that.
Well, he's the oldest player to get in at bat in the RCBL and the youngest player to get in at bat. So,
Well, is it an official at bat if you get hit?
I think so.
Okay.
You're at bat.
Plate appearance, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So, leading off in this ball game is going to be Matt Measer. And, an interesting thing, we were talking before the broadcast, of course, as we get prepped for all this stuff. And, Leighton was telling us an interesting fact about Matt Measer. I mean, he's leading the team in RBIs in this championship series.
Yeah, and you would think it would be Chase DeLauder or, even Judy, but it's actually the leadoff guy, Matt Measer. He has 4 RBIs. Tyler Alt, Chase DeLauder, and Judy all have 3, but Matt Measer has 4, including a 3-run bomb here the last time we were here at Rebel Park.
Last time we played, he hit one over the fence in left field. And that was really kind of the killer there. Ground ball third base side. It's gobbled up over there, and Booker throws over to first in time, and quickly there is one down in this baseball game.
One thing that's going to happen tonight, Carl, is that there's going to be some errors, and it's wet out there, and there's going to be some balls thrown away. So, you look for that to happen. It's just wet.
Well, especially on a play where you feel like you got to hurry.
Yep.
And, that could have been one of those things. Measer moves very well down the line. And now here's Tyler Alt. First pitch by Smith to Alt is going to miss down low. 1 ball in, no strikes. Again, Joel Smith, who gets the start tonight for the Newmarket Shockers.
Alt hitting .429 against right-handers on the series.
He'll take down low again. So now 2 balls in, no strikes. We're a batter in to the RCBL Championship Series Game 4. Here comes the 2-0 from Smith, and that's going to bounce in. So now 3 balls and no strikes to Tyler Alt, who, if I'm not mistaken, an all RCBL selection.
Tyler Alt.
The 3-0 upcoming. And he's going to miss down low. So 4 straight pitches puts him on.
That's not what you want to do and then have to face the Lauder. I mean, you get him out, then you can pitch to him and it'll only be 1. He hits it out, but they're going to walk him again. It's unbelievable.
So the man at first, they will walk Chase DeLauder.
I can't believe they're going to walk him like that early in the game like this.
First and second.
Yeah.
I think you have to take take the risk and maybe throw to him there, especially with a double play chance with Alt at first. But now you've got.
I don't know if I've seen Chase DeLauder hit the ball on the ground all season.
That's a fair point.
I really haven't.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that facetiously or to.
Yeah.
I'm saying that honestly. I'm not sure I've seen Chase DeLauder hit the ball on the ground in the infield.
I don't think I have either.
Which is nuts.
Well, we saw him in batting practice. He hit the ball over the fence about 15 times.
That's right. 1 ball and no strikes to Travis Reef-Snyder. Big cut there and comes up empty, 1-1 down. 1 down, 2 men on here in the top of the first. Bruins looking to win their first RCBL championship series in, 80 years, basically?
Since 1938.
Wow.
And I can't tell you who played on that team.
You cannot.
I cannot tell you.
That Bobby Weiss was not on that team.
No, Bobby Weiss was not, and I'm not.
Okay.
Bob Blosser was not.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure.
Were they bat boys for that team?
Yeah, sit there with the crossed legs and the crossed bats, and, but I can't.
Ball and 2 strikes, and here we go. Smith takes a look at second. Now kicks and fires to the plate. Reef Snyder shoots one to center field. This is fairly well hit. Delaverne going back. He's not going to get to it. He picks it up. Rounding third, heading to the plate is Alt, and he'll be in with the first run of the ball game as Travis Reef Snyder cashes one in, and it's 1-0 here in the early going in favor of the Broadway Bruins.
Yeah, they got the flags flying down in right field. They're pretty happy right there.
Chase DeLauder hustled into third base on the play. So a Travis Reef Snyder double.
There it is. He just hit the ball hard to left field. I tell you what, Delaverde got the ball in very quickly. But
and Alt was going all the way, and there was no chance. That's your Huggins and Associates instant replay if you're watching at home. And here's John Judy, 5-man in the batting order and the pitcher tonight for the Broadway Bruins. He stands in with an opportunity. He's got 2 men in scoring position and 1 out to shoot one foul down that right field line. It's a ball and a strike to John Judy. Joel Smith heads back up to the top of the hill, rub down the baseball a little bit before he gets set.
Now, Joel's from Shenandoah University, and, I'm not exactly sure. I think Joel was a starter for him most of the year.
Here's the 1-1 to Judy. Takes a little something off that, and it's fouled back into the screen to our right. And now a ball and 2 strikes to Judy.
Yeah, Judy not seeing the ball particularly well against right-handers. He's 1 for 6 on the series, a 167 batting average.
Trent Abernathy would be next if Judy were to get on. And it'd be awful difficult to hit into a double play here.
Well, he just wants to put the ball in play, and you get DeLauder to score from third.
That's right. 2-2 now to Judy. The Smith pitch on the way, and that'll bounce in. Moons blocks it out in front of the plate at 3-2.
Hey, Smith looks like he's just laboring out there.
Just kind of lobbing.
Already.
It looks like he's just kind of lobbing it in there.
Yeah.
We'll see here with the 3-2. Full count pitch on the way from Smith. There's a ground ball up the middle. Gloved by Ritter at short. His only play is at first. And it's 2-0 Broadway as DeLauder comes across the plate on the John Judy RBI ground out.
But I tell you what, Ritter made a nice play to his left. Here it is. I mean, the ball's hit up the middle. Ritter makes a good play, stays down on it, comes up with a nice throw. Tell you what, Ritter's a nice defensive player.
He really
does a
is.
very good job.
Again, your Huggins and Associates replay there. You get a look at the second run coming across the plate and the fine play by Ritter out in the field. Here's Trent Abernathy, man at third base and 2 down now. He'll tap that towards second base. Long run for the second baseman. House flips to first. Just did get him in time. And that will end the inning. Wow, that was a bang-bang play. That's one I think we'd all like to see again.
Yep.
As, Trent Abernathy just hits it over to second base, and Matt House just does in time get him. But a pair of runs will score for the Broadway Bruins. 2-0 after half an inning of play. The Shockers are coming up. This is the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Welcome back to Rebel Park, where the Broadway Bruins put a pair of runs on the board in the top half of the first, and a bang-bang play to end that first inning.
Yeah, here's the play right here that Abernathy just kind of dribbles at the second base, makes a nice play here, and that is close.
I think they might have just get him. But
Just
my
did get
gosh, that is a heck of a replay there. Huggins and Associates bringing you the replays here in the first inning of our ball game. If you're checking us out online, we are on the RCBL website as well as WSVAOnline.com. You can check out both. You can check out the feed both of those places. It is streaming live on YouTube as well as the fine folks from Telemedia putting on these couple of games for you. The last game and this one here tonight as we continue the RCBL Championship Series. Broadway on top 3-0, and they lead here in the early going of this one 2-0. As 2 runs on just 1 hit. Leighton and I were just kind of both looking at our scorebook and saying, yeah, 1 hit.
Yeah, and this is a Broadway team that takes advantage of a lot of the situations they're put in, like that one with the Tyler Alt 4-pitch walk and then walk and chase to Launder.
Yeah, I disagree with Walken.
Yeah.
You know.
So here's Frankie Ritter. Ritter to lead things off against John Judy, and the first pitch going to sail down low, maybe away as well. A ball and no strike to Frankie Ritter. He got a big smile on his face as he's standing in there. Pitch on the way from Judy. Pops it up right side. That'll get out of play. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Frankie Ritter, who I think certainly enjoys playing some baseball. John Judy laughing as well. Here comes the Judy. 1-1 pitch on the way, and Ritter takes that one just low. That was darn close.
Yeah, he's pretty tight strike zone right now. He's the umpire's working with.
2 balls and a strike, and the fastball sails low and skips past Reef Schneider and back to the screen. So now 3-1 to Frankie Ritter, leading things off for Newmarket, who would certainly like to at least get one of those runs back. I think that's fairly important. Judy ready, kicks and fires, and Ritter, huge cut, comes up empty, 3-2 down.
Well, one thing that Newmarket's going to have to do tonight is execute offensively. They're going to have to put some runs on the board.
Here's the 3-2. Ritter fouls that one straight back. We'll do the full count all over again.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get away with the miscues on the bunts that they have put out quite often in the series.
3-2. Ritter again fouls it back. Ritter, Henry Delaverne, and Pierce Booker, the 3 due up in this half inning for the Newmarket Shockers, and if they are to score, it will go beyond that. Judy ready with the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He threw him the changeup.
That's a typical Judy pitch right there. He just let up on it. Nice changeup, and Ritter swung through it.
Struck him out, and that brings Henry Delaverne. And this is by far the furthest up the lineup we have seen Henry Delaverne this year.
Well, since probably the playoffs started.
Yeah, he had started kind of cold, but he's came to life in the last 2 to 3 games in this series. He is 1 for 8, though, against right-handers.
Delaverne takes a pitch down low, 1-0. And this time, as he taps his shoes, he actually is knocking dirt off of them. He did the same thing when we played the games at JMU, and I don't know, maybe some of those rubber pellets in the turf may need to be knocked away, but he's ready to go here. 2 balls and no strikes. The Judy pitch going to sail away and upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes now to Delaverne. Frankie Ritter had gotten ahead in the count 2-0, and then Judy came back and got him. See how he goes here with a 3-0 count to Delaverne. Judy kicks in, delivers, and right down the middle. No? Okay.
I'm not sure. That
may have been a bit inside. Not sure.
Missed it by that much.
It must have. Wow. Okay. Well, puts him on. I don't see. Okay. You just don't see a 3-0 pitch that close called the ball very often.
Yeah.
Here's Booker. Now Delaverne over at first. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Well, at least the umpire's vocal. We'll be able to know if it is a strike. I mean, that's helpful.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
So 0-1 to Booker. Pitch on the way. Booker will take down and in. A ball and a strike now. Delaverne over at first base. Walking off his lead. He never takes a huge lead, I will say that. And Booker will again take down and in.
Yeah, it shocks me that Henry really doesn't take that doesn't take a bigger lead, being that he was the league leader in stolen bases during the
It
regular
was
season.
16 in the regular season, I believe.
Yep.
2 balls and a strike. Pitch on the way. Booker, ground ball. Rush gobbles it up at third. Gets the lead runner. Yes.
I tell you what,
Wow.
I'm not sure he was on the bag at all. Holsinger came across the bag, but it looked like he came off. I'd like to see it again because I really believe
Here is
right here.
the replay. Ground ball.
Looks like Holsinger comes right off that bag. You can't see it. But evidently not because he was
Yeah.
called out.
But I tell you what, Kevin Rush gobbled that up. I thought it was going to be a base hit into left field.
Good play by Kevin.
The Rush makes the play on the fielder's choice. 5-6. Don't score that very often. We've had a lot of scoring anomalies in our books. Here's Pastel. He'll take down low. A ball and a strike now to Calvin, the designated hitter in the 4-hole tonight for Coach Potts and his Newmarket Shockers. Pastel awaiting the 1-1 offering from Judy. Pitch on the way, and he'll foul that one off into the nighttime sky towards Hinkle Hollow, and it's 1-2.
Yeah.
Pastel 1 for 8 against right-handers in the series. He does have an RBI.
Well, he's going to have to hit it a long way to get Pierce Booker in from first base. Here's the pitch, and Pastel, late swing, just does get a piece of it. I think he realized that might have been strike 3 if he didn't do something. And it's 1-2.
You know, I'm just kind of looking at the Newmarket lineup. I knew what was in it, but they're going to really have to do some work. They really are. They're really handicapped with a lot of the guys that's not here tonight. Who they got missing?
Judy, baseball back, Pastel at the plate, and I guess they were waiting for the umpire to get some baseballs.
Yeah, they fouled them off down there in Hickle Hollow down there, and you got the kids running around. Count how many kids it is. They got to come out of there.
Here comes the 1-2. And that's drilled high
It'll be
into
a tough
right
play.
field. That's down the line, and it is a foul ball. We got some help down the line there. I don't know if you saw the guys telling us it was foul. I could see it from here, but we got some extra help. The umpires didn't have to worry. They had some folks down the line helping them out.
Yeah, the guys down there in the right field line, they're not the bullpen guys.
Here it is down that line, and I mean it missed by what, foot maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Woof.
And they got it called.
Got it right.
1-2 upcoming. Popped it up right side, but foul again.
Pretty good at batting here by Pastel. I know it's only 1-2, but he has fought off a lot of Judy's stuff here.
Booker still over at first base, but 2 down. Shockers on the wrong end of a 2-0 score at the moment. Pitch on the way. Ground ball third base side. Rush has it. He'll again go to the lead runner and overthrows the second baseman and into right field. And that'll put runners at the corners.
I think that was a play with, he should have went first base.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And but he shows and Holsinger came across the bag too early, and I don't think Holsinger thought he was coming to him. So
now runners at the corners with 2 down, and here's Matt House. This is a big opportunity. Here it is. Ground ball. Rush
pretty
has it.
flat-footed when he threw it. And
Well,
Holsinger is already broke.
But as you said, first base, and he had plenty of time.
Yeah,
He didn't have to
sure.
rush it. And, I think if you're a shortstop, you might make that throw, but not at third base. Here's the 1-0. Ready is Judy. Kicks and fires, and that's going to be there for a strike. So 1 ball and a strike as that one hits at the knees for Matt House.
Now you got a lot of guys out here tonight on both teams playing in different places that they probably haven't a lot of experience at.
Here's the 1-1. That's going to miss inside. It's probably been 2 or 3 seasons since I think Kevin's played regularly at third base.
Right.
I mean, that was his post in the old days.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think he's been more of a first baseman in recent years. 2 balls and a strike to House at first base. They threw over to first, and Pastel's back fairly easily.
25 years in the RCBL. Kevin Rush.
What?
25 years.
Here's the 2-1. Fouled off to the right side. Is that true?
Yeah, Kevin told me the other night. He said, I've been in the league 25 years.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Older than I thought. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kevin. or good for you, Kevin, whichever way you want to put it. 2-2 upcoming from Judy. Kicks and fires, and that's going to be lofted to shortstop. Alt ranges back, and he'll make the play for the final out. So Newmarket does threaten, but they're unable to push anybody across. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and 2 men were left on base. We played an inning. It's Broadway 2, Newmarket nothing. This is Game 4 of the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Dick Meyer's Labor Day sales event is happening now. Trade up to a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat you've always wanted. At Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat, we're paying over Kelley Blue Book and NAD book values on any trade-in on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat. If looking to trade in your old vehicle, now's the time to stop by because the 2020s must go during the Labor Day sales event. Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat. Locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the Valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
We are ready for inning number 2 here at Newmarket. The Broadway Bruins coming to the plate, trying to add on to what's already a 2-0 lead here in Game 4 of the RCBL Championship Series. Natty Solomon, Cole Holzinger, and Kevin Rush are due up here in this top of the second. Ready to go. Swing and a miss there.
Boy, Natty took a heck of a cut on that.
Natty rarely gets cheated. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch on the way, and that bounces in. A ball and a strike now to Natty Solomon.
Hey, and Natty comes from a long line of RCBL players. I mean, his grandfather was just tremendous in this league. So was his dad.
Here comes the 1-1 from Smith. Solomon will take upstairs, so 2 balls and a strike. Second inning is brought to you in part by Bob Wade Auto World, serving the Valley for over 40 years. They got Mr. Rush beat by a little. Score with the Wade way. And here comes the 2-1. Down low.
You know, we were talking about the Broadway has not won a championship since 1938. So anybody's listening out there, if I would love to know anybody that played on that team.
3-1. That's going to miss low. And he walks him. So Natty Solomon draws a leadoff free pass.
That's good for Natty. He hadn't had much success against righties. You want to talk about a pure split guy. He's batting .429 against lefties, but he's 0-for against righties in the series.
They better just keep throwing righties at him.
Yeah.
So here's Cole Holzinger. Second baseman stands in with Solomon over at first. The Smith pitch on the way, and that's going to miss inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Now, Holzinger and Natty had big hits in the last ball game at JMU. Win number 3 for Broadway.
Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be inside as well. The 2 balls and no strike, as Joel Smith is not finding the strike zone here. There's Bobby Weiss. We were talking about him being the youngest and the oldest man to have an at-bat, or at least a plate appearance in the RCBO. 2-0 the count. The Smith pitch on the way, and that's going to be in there for a strike at the knees. 2-1.
Well, in the thing he taught, had these JMU guys and Broadway guys. He's been a coach all year, third base coach. But what he teaches those guys is just invaluable.
Here comes the 2-1. Pitch on the way from Smith. Pops it up right field. Over is E-step. He's under it. He'll squeeze it for out number 1. He looks much more comfortable in right.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
I mean, smooth in right. In left field, he looks like,
Yeah, he struggled out there.
Looks like he's dodging landmines. So I know. It's strange. So Kevin. 1 down, 1 on. Here's Kevin Rush. Rush came up in a real big spot the other night and wrangled a walk out of it. Ground ball left side,
Yeah,
foul.
had a great at bat.
Yeah, he's a guy who doesn't have any hits in the series, but he's had a ton of key at-bats and pulled off some walks and some pretty long at-bats to really run up the pitch counts, these new market pitchers.
0-1. Wiley veteran, for sure. No balls and a strike. Runner over at first is Solomon. One down now. Pitch on the way, and that is drilled into center field, and that's going to fall in front of the center fielder. Base hit Kevin Rush. And now runners at first and second. Rush is hitless no more. And I remember Kevin, very late in his career, was actually the MVP of an All-Star game played at Elkton.
He sure
at
was.
Stonewall Jackson Park.
He had a heck of a game that night.
He really did. We had fun. We had that game on the radio.
Yes, we did.
So runners at first and second with one down, and that brings Meeser to the plate. Meeser now tied for the RBI total since John Judy hit one in. So now Matt, I think, has got to get one. He takes a strike there, 0-1. You said John Judy was right behind him, right? In the RBI total? Yeah, so now they're tied. 0-1 count. Smith, a couple looks at second, and now ground ball third base side. That is a fair ball. Solomon is rounding third. He's heading to the plate. And that's going to make it 3-0, and just like that, Matt Meeser is the RBI leader yet again.
He's got 5 on the series now. He's a guy that we talked about a little bit in the last game. He struggled a little bit in the middle of the season, but found his stride, especially in the last game of that Stuart Straff series.
There's your Bob Wade Auto World instant replay, and he just turned on it.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of those out of him. Some for base hits, and then he had one that was gobbled up, a pretty good play, I believe, back in Game 2 of this series right here at Rebel Park.
Here's Tyler Alt. The Smith pitch, and Alt swing and a miss. Trying to hit that over to Lou Ray.
He's hitting it out there in left field with all that people. Man, the sea of truck.
Alt walked his first time up. People sending me text messages about eating coconut shrimp. Outrageous.
Man.
Popped it up. That's going to get into right field. E-Step is out there. He's under it. Well, one-handed. Scary. And there's 2 down. I don't like that. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, you got to work with E-Step out there.
I'm never a fan of that. You know, just reaching up with the one hand.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So now 2 down. And here's Chase DeLauder. And before DeLauder bats, Coach Potts is coming out to have a chat with Joel Smith.
Yeah, he does have a guy up in the pen. I can't see who it is from over here.
But
the dugout.
There's runners at first and second.
I mean, if you walk him, you got bases loaded. You got Reef Snyder coming up who drilled a double.
Well, Reef Snyder was the only guy that had a hit last inning.
Yeah.
He just plated 2 runs, but he was the only guy that actually had a base hit.
He could be just talking to him here, maybe, Mike. Wouldn't you think, just asking if he can pitch to him, maybe? Or you think that could be part of the conversation?
Well, he's probably, yeah, I would say they're going to decide. Do you want to pitch to him, load him up, or how do you feel about Reef Snyder? I mean, what you make a decision? I can't believe you let him stay out there that long. The umpire forgot to go get him.
That was quite a conversation.
Yeah, come on, man.
Long distance charges on that would be expensive.
They're putting him on.
3 minutes.
Load the bases.
DeLauder kind of, you see a little bit of frustration.
I mean,
that loads the bases. So another intentional walk to DeLauder.
Well, you get 2 outs, so that,
And here's Reef Snyder.
Man.
So if you're Travis Reef Snyder, over and over again, you're given the opportunity to make him pay.
Yeah.
And he made him pay in the first. Let's see if he can do it again here with the bases juiced. Smith's first pitch isn't going to miss upstairs, perhaps a bit out. A ball and no strikes.
Now, you got to be careful here. You want to hit the zone because if you walk him, I mean, there's nowhere to put him. Put another run on the board for the Bruins.
1-0 pitch upcoming. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Big cut there, and it's 1-1.
Travis, really took a good cut here.
Bases full of Bruins. 2 down here in the top of the second. Already a 3-0 Broadway advantage. The Smith pitch just missed outside. Floated that one. Did you see the Ephus pitch that Zach Greinke threw the other night?
Yeah.
54 miles an hour.
Yeah.
For a strike. Here comes the 2-1. High fly, deep left center field. This one is hit very well, and this one is out of here. A grand slam for Travis Riefschneider, and just like that, holy mackerel. Well, we said if you're going to walk him, you gotta make him pay for it, and Travis Riefschneider certainly did that. Holy mackerel. A grand slam for Travis Riefschneider.
I don't know why they would have walked him, both times. I mean, that 2 extra runners right there.
And it is 7-0. Just
Here
like
it is.
that. Here it is.
He gets it all. He knew he hit it right there.
Yeah. Delaverne going back and looking up, and it just it was hopeless. Kevin Rush already celebrating as he got to the plate. The first pitch going to miss down low, 1-0 to John Judy. Here's Judy with a 1-0 count. Pitch on the way. Fouls that over our head.
I just think Newmarket has just, played themselves out of the ball game. Man, it's going to take something to get back in it.
7-zip your score as we play here in the second. The Smith pitch on the way, and Judy will take down low. Ball and a strike now to Judy. With nobody on and 2 down. It all happened with 2 out. Miss low, 2 balls and a strike. They had an opportunity there. And you talk about not pitching to DeLauder. Here's the 3-1, and that's a broken bat. Line drive into the glove of Ritter at shortstop, and that will end the inning, but not before Broadway puts 5 runs on the board. Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
5 runs on the board, highlighted by the Travis Riefschneider grand slam. There it is again on your Bob Wade Auto World instant replay, and just a smash over the fence in left field. Wow. 7-2 your score. We head to the bottom of the second. This is the RCBL Championship Series on Newstalk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
The summer clearance event is going on now at Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, where you'll find rates as low as 0% and no payments for up to 90 days. Plus, 0 down, sign and drive. Now's the time to buy a new Ram, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, or check out the stylish new Dodge Challenger. Plus the full lineup of new Jeeps like the rugged Jeep Wrangler or the luxury of the Grand Cherokee. Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical. South Main Street, Harrisonburg.
7-0. The Broadway advantage as we head into the bottom of the second inning. Want to remind you our webcast, the video aspect of our broadcast tonight, brought to you by ServPro, Klein's Dairy Bar, Eagle Carpet, Valley Building Supplies, Jenkins Insurance, Bob Wade Auto World, and Huggins and Associates. Broadcast would not be possible without them. You can catch the video portion of that at our website, WSVAonline.com, at the RCBL website, and it is streaming live on YouTube right now as well. 1 ball and no strikes, and now 2-0 to Luke Estep. Estep, Layered, and Moon are the 3 I have due up for Newmarket here in the bottom of the second. You got to answer that big Burley 5 on the scoreboard in some manner. It's 2-1 as he swings and misses.
Man, what they got ahead of them is not the Newmarket Mountain. I think it Mount Kilimanjaro or something. I mean, they got to go a long way up, buddy. Man.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Well, now is this when you call for the big brain to swing through?
Yeah. Well, bad thing is in a game like this, it continues.
And Estep's going to shoot a base hit into left field.
Yeah.
So he'll lead things off with a single to left. And that is the first hit for the Newmarket Shockers. Again, Shockers need some sort of answer, and it's got to be somewhat substantial here. And here's Ethan Laird. Laird at first base tonight.
He's 0 for 1 on the series, took one at bat back in game 2 when he came in a relief effort.
Now, Ty Bennett would normally be at first, and he's been injured. So,
yeah, Bennett got hurt in the last game. Swing and a miss, foul back to the screen. You remember Bennett got hit on that play down at first base and took a knee to the shoulder and had to very gingerly come off. And a matter of fact, he's in the dugout tonight, and he's got the arm sling on and everything. Matter of fact, the camera actually just caught a quick view of him in a red shirt in the dugout, and he's got the sling on. And that I tell you what, that was quite a collision at first base in the other night. John Judy having a conversation with Travis Reefsnyder now. Again, a conversation that's allowed to linger a bit.
yeah, the umpire just letting him hang.
He's got nowhere to go tonight.
Evidently not.
Laird, 0-1 to Ethan. Runner over at first and Estep. Nobody out here in the home half of the second. Shockers staring down a 7-0 deficit as Judy misses upstairs. A ball and a strike now.
The only the place closes down around 10 o'clock here, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Okay. Pitch on the way, and that's going to miss down low. 2 balls and a strike now. Runner over at first and Estep. He singled to lead things off. Judy ready. The righty kicks and fires, and that's popped up right side, but out of play over the stands to our right. 2-2 now, the count. Laird took the long walk out of the now back in the batter's box and awaiting the Judy 2-2 offering. Here it is, and that'll miss down low. Close, but misses down low. Three balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Laird. Matt Moon waits on deck. Ready to go. Here's Judy's pitch, and that's fouled straight back in the screen. Makes the fans move their head just a little back there. 3-2. Can't help but have that reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think it matters if there's a screen in front of you or not. You're going to react as if there's nothing there.
Oh, and the ball's coming at you. Got to get out of the way.
Here's the 3-2.
Ooh.
Just missed low. He put him on. So now runners at first and second with nobody out. As Newmarket is trying to, they've got to do something. Down here 7-0. As Broadway plated 2 in the first and then 5 in the second, powered by the Travis Reefsnyder grand slam.
I think Judy's getting a little upset. You know, both him and Reefsnyder about the zone. I mean, the zone is really tight.
So here's Moon. Pitch on the way from Judy, and Moon drills it high into the right field sky, going back, still going back, and now squeezing it and making the play is the right fielder. Tagging up, though, and moving up to second base is going to be Estep. Third base, excuse me, as Abernathy makes the play out there in right. Moon put a little charge into it.
Yeah, it hit pretty well to the right field, but Abernathy went
Here's
back
Trent.
on it and made the play.
Got his bubble gum going.
Trent probably will close tonight. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Here's Hayden Madigan. Madigan in left field tonight. Trying to get the bat going. He's got runners at the corners with 1 down, an opportunity here. Pitch on the way from Judy, and that's going to sail in there for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, Hayden 1 for 6 against right-handers in the series. We did see him come out of game 3 a little bit early as they made the substitution for Estep.
0-1, pitch on the way, and Madigan will, I guess, take low perhaps. And again, Judy looks a little frustrated. And it's 1-1. Judy, I mean, you could tell, displeased as he felt like he's being squeezed up there. And here comes the 1-1 to Madigan, perhaps. Pitch on the way, and Madigan will take low. It bounces off Reese Snyder's glove, and now the first run crosses the plate for the Shockers. Luke Estep comes across the plate to make it a 7-1 ball game. Ethan Laird will move up to second base. So 7-1 your score. And here's Hayden Madigan with now a 2-1 count.
Well, you know, the damage has been done by the Bruins, and the Shockers have just got to calm down here and try to, over the next three innings, try to get back in the ball game.
But it's one thing for you to offensively put a couple of runs up. You got to stop them from scoring.
Yep, exactly.
Popped it up. Right fielder Abernathy's under. He'll squeeze, and there's 2 down. Wasn't sure who was going to call for that one, because the second baseman, center fielder, and right fielder all converged. But it was Abernathy who took the ball, and 2 down now. Still a runner at second, and here's Frankie Ritter. Ritter's 0 for 1. He struck out on a real pretty off-speed pitch by John Judy in that first inning. He is the only strikeout victim of John Judy in the ball game. And that is going to be hit into left field. That's a base hit. Rounding third base and heading to the plate. That's going to make it a 7-2 ball game as Ritter knocks in Ethan Laird.
And that's what they haven't been doing. 2 outs, getting runners in. That was good by Newmarket.
So now 7-2. They got the 2
there
runs
it is,
back.
Right here.
Yeah, here it
nice
is.
Pitch.
On your Bob Wade Auto World
drives it into left field and
replay.
Gets the run in.
So they got the 2 runs back from the first inning. Problem is they gave up a 5 spot in the second.
Yeah.
So down 7-2. And here is Henry De Laverne. He'll take a strike, 0-1. Outside half of the plate.
Judy threw that in a little harder than he's been throwing. So, you know.
Madigan over at first. Pitch on the way. Popped him up. Back towards us. That is going to get out of play and in the stands.
Watch out.
People need to be careful out there.
Yeah. Back in the cheap seat.
0-2. Just beyond the chairback seats.
Yeah.
In between what would be the Rebels concession stand or souvenir stand underneath our broadcast location. 0-2, and woof.
It's a tough pitch to take on 2 strikes right
1
there.
and 2.
Well, like I said, I just think he's really tight, but he's consistently tight. So
here's the 1-2 to De Laverne. Pitch on the way, and Henry skies it towards left field. Rushes over from third base, but that's going to get out of play. Oof.
Now, Ritter, I thought was going to take off that time.
That made a bad noise over there. I don't know what it hit. It was not a friendly sound. It's 1-2.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. Ritter does have some speed over there, and with 2 out, why not send him?
You're going to have to take chances here and try to get yourself back in the game.
The 1-2 from Judy, and De Laverne will take it down low.
Yeah, it was a curveball down in the dirt. I mean, he would have been safe at second.
Home plate umpire immediately pointed to first base.
Did he go?
Like he was expecting that he was going to get the out call. That's kind of the way I felt like he went for it.
Yeah, Reese Snyder went straight for the tag, too, right away. I'm not sure what happened there.
2-2. I didn't think De Laverne went.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. He went that time and came up empty. Struck him out, did John Judy, his second strikeout of the night. But Newmarket does plate a couple of runs on a couple of hits. No errors. And there was a man left. 2 complete. It's Broadway 7, Newmarket 2. It's Game 4 of the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the Valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru with rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
If you're joining us for the webcast, you can see the lights here at Rebel Park. No rain falling in those lights. We certainly had that earlier. The field has been cleaned up and ready to go. So it was about an hour delay in our start time tonight, and Broadway has taken full advantage of the respite. They have a 7-2 lead. 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second. The big blow, a Travis Reefsnyder grand slam. We head into the third now. Trent Abernathy, Natty Solomon, and Cole Holzinger are due up, and Abernathy fouls the first pitch off from Joel Smith. 0-1.
8:30 start. We were Central Time, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Started Central.
Better than Rocky Mountain time.
Yeah.
0-1 the count. Smith ready. The righty kicks and delivers, and that's popped back behind us. 0-2 now. Abernathy behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. He grounded out to second base his first time up on a play that ended the first inning, a bang-bang play at first base. That after watching the replay, all we could say was it was close. Abernathy strikes out. He becomes, if my scorebook is right, the first strikeout victim of Joel Smith, and it's 1 down and nobody on for Natty Solomon. So here's Solomon. He walked to lead off the second. He would be brought around by a Matt Measer RBI single down the left field line. And then everyone else would come home on the Reefsnyder grand slam. So here's Solomon with nobody on and 1 down, and he fouls the first pitch off towards the Newmarket dugout. 0-1. Swung at ball 1. That rode down and in on him. Ready is Smith. The 0-1 on its way, and that's going to miss down low. A ball and a strike now to Natty Solomon. This third inning brought to you in part by Jenkins Insurance, your independent insurance agents. Serving the Valley since 1983. Come visit Mike and Tammy for all your insurance needs.
Bob's having a few words with one of the Newmarket players.
Yeah, C.J. Morton, I believe.
1-2 misses down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Big Morton. He's a big guy.
Yeah, big guy.
He was in that little ruckus the other night, too, Morton. I saw him.
He's a guy, if I saw him coming after me, I might turn around and go the other way.
Bobby Wee still spry down there at third base.
Yeah.
There he is. Just jumped out of the way of that foul ball down the third base line.
Yeah.
2-2 to Natty Solomon. How many of those foul balls do you think Bobby has jumped out of the way of in his lifetime? Swing and a miss. He got a little piece of it, but Moon hung on. And back-to-back strikeouts here in the third for Joel Smith. And here's Cole Holzinger with 2 down and nobody on.
Well, like you said, you get the way you get back in the game is to hold him, and you got to score.
What did that guy do to earn that situation?
I don't know, but pretty big crowd out there. Interesting crowd.
Popped it up right side. Certainly is.
Yeah.
No balls and a strike to Cole Holzinger. He flew out to right field his first time up. That's when we learned that Luke Estep was a much better right fielder than left fielder.
Yeah.
0-1 on the way. Took a little something off that strike. Haven't been a whole lot of called strikes tonight, and it's 0-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what you might see is some home plate umpires, they start tight, but they tend to loosen up when they see where the pitches are.
Ground ball towards short. Diving is Ritter. He's got it. Pops up, throws it to first in time. What a play by Frankie Ritter. And the side is retired.
Wow, I like that guy.
Oh, my goodness. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left as Frankie Ritter gives us one heck of a play at shortstop, and I am certain we're going to see that real quick. Here's the Jenkins Insurance replay. Off the side of the mound, Ritter dives, gets all the way to his feet, and has enough mustard on the ball to get him out.
Yeah. What I like is he he could come to his feet so fast.
Yeah.
That was just a great play.
Yeah, we've been treated to some pretty good offense thus far.
7-2 our score. Defense. I knew what you meant. We knew what you meant.
We got
7-2 our score. This is RCBL Championship Baseball at News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Dick Myers Labor Day sales event is happening now. Trade up to a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat you've always wanted. At Dick Myers Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat, we're paying over Kelley Blue Book and NAD book values on any trade-in on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat. If looking to trade in your old vehicle, now's the time to stop by because the 2020s must go during the Labor Day sales event. Dick Myers Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat. Locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical.
Pierce Booker, Calvin Pastel, and Matt House, the trio do up. Booker already in the box and is taking ball 2 down low. 2 balls and no strikes to Pierce Booker. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. I inaccurately told you if you're scoring at home, I told you to score that 5-6. It was actually 5-4 in your scorebook. Hopped it up. Left side. Measer coming in. Under it. Makes the play.
Now, you know, I'm kind of a guy that wants to try to get back in the game. So if you go to 2-0, I know, you know, you're waiting on a fat 2-0 pitch, and your pitch of your lifetime is a 3-1, you know, hanger. But
need base runners.
You got to get base runners. You got to make him work a little bit,
mm-hmm.
especially, you know, leadoff guy. And, you know, you need to get base runners on.
Here's Pastel. He reached on an error his first time up. Ground ball to third base. Kevin Rush fired to second. A little too high. The 0-1 on its way. 0-2 now to Pastels. He takes a called strike there. Matt House waiting on deck for the Shockers. They got the 2 runs, and they kept Broadway off the board, but then you can't stop scoring runs. Pastel strikes out.
Yeah.
Judy has now struck out 3 in the ball game.
Now, I'm sure I would get some difference of opinions about the 2-0 pitch. You know, I knew that, you know, when Danny Murphy, I used to talk to him about it, you know, but discussions, I would call them. But, you know, you got to swing at good pitches and, you know.
Called strike to House, nothing in 1.
Booker might argue, hey, it was a good pitch, I just missed it. Well, you know.
House with a soft liner to the shortstop his first time up, takes a strike called, nothing in 2. 2 down and nobody on for House here in the bottom of the third. A 7-2 Broadway lead. The Judy pitch grounded left side and foul. Still nothing in 2. House pitched 3 innings or 2+ innings the other night here. And for 2 innings, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he retired his first 6 batters he saw, actually, until the wheels kind of fell off and then gave up a chase to lauder moonshot that we're still not sure if it landed or not.
I mean, all 3 of the balls he hit here. I mean, what wasn't a moonshot was a rocket. I mean, gee. Here's the 1-2. Pitch on the way, and House lines that one foul left side. Be careful, man.
Yeah.
Not a part of the parking lot I want you to hit it to.
Yeah, that's for sure.
1-2 now. Judy ready. And here is the 1-2 pitch. Skips off the glove of Reef Snyder, who's not had a fantastic night receiving the ball.
It's not a very Travis Reef Snyder type of night. We've seen him with some pretty good defensive stops back there all season long, really.
2-2 the count to House. E-step on deck. He would be next if House could get on. The Judy 2-2 offering. Ground ball. Second, shortstop, Alt with it. Fires to first, and Solomon cannot play the hop.
in that he just didn't quite anticipate that hop right. It hit him in the palm of the glove. Didn't have a chance to hold on to it.
Well, I think it slowed down, too, on the wet dirt. You watch it right
Here's
here.
the Jenkins Insurance replay.
And he comes up with it. He just kind of let it get down.
Yeah, bounced lower than he anticipated there.
Yeah.
Didn't put all the put everything on that throw. Not that he short-armed it. He just didn't put everything on it.
Yeah.
Here's Estep, 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Man at first with 2 down, and Estep will take high and away. A ball and no strikes. Newmarket here in the bottom of the third. 5-run deficit. 7-2. Ready is Judy with the 1-0. Estep pops it up left side and foul. Back to our left.
Luke went to Central High School. Played for the Falcons. Roanoke College.
Does that make him a Maroon?
I think so.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Takes outside. 2-1.
I think Judy's just getting frustrated with the zone there a little bit. He's working the sides of the zone. Up and down. He's just not getting a lot of calls.
Solomon holding the runner on. Here's the pitch. Missed away. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
3-1. Despite a
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Back here at Rebel Park, a 7-2 Broadway advantage. Bruins coming to the plate. 9-1-2 hitters. Kevin Rush, Matt Measer, and Tyler Alt are due up. So here's Rush. 1 for 1. He singled and scored his last time up. He'll take low and away. A ball and no strikes as Joel Smith continues to work.
Now, it wasn't a great catch or anything, but, you know, the man that makes the play to end the inning always comes to the plate. Does it not seem like that?
Another one low and away. 2-0. Rush, right-handed swinger against the right-handed offerings of Joel Smith. Swing and a miss there. Big cut. It's 2-1. Smith peering in over the glove and ready. Pitch on the way. Takes the strike. So now 2-2 to Rush as he leads things off here in the fourth for the Bruins, who are on top 7-2. The 2-2 pitch fouled off right side towards the lights. We've already had a light shattered here in this series. Or was that in the Elkton series?
I think it was Elkton.
Yeah, it was Elkton game 1.
That was a scary moment as the glass came raining down. Ground ball third base side. Picked up by Booker. Fires across the diamond in time. And there's one down.
Now, you know, Kevin Rush, you know, I don't know. I mean, Kevin probably, he's played 24, 25 years in this league. And this probably will be his first championship in the league if they could hang on and win.
Because I think he played a long time here in Newmarket.
Yeah, he did. And in Grottoes. But I don't think he played on a championship team.
Now, he played for Smokey Burgess here.
That's right.
For a long time. If I'm not mistaken, they're related.
Oh, yeah.
So
the stepfather.
Yeah, it was quite a family scenario they had here.
Yeah.
I think Josh played here as well.
Well, he's Vini.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smokey Vini.
That's right. Smokey Vini, right.
Right.
Missed upstairs. Thinking the old catcher, Smokey Bird.
Well, they played
1-1.
You know, the old Vinis there, they had a bunch of players down here in Newmarket.
Here's the 1-1 swing and a miss by Measer. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Scratchy, Tony Vini, coached with me for years and years, Stonewall. Then he went on to coach at Eastern Mennonite. Good baseball man.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, and Measer swing and a miss. He got him. Pulled the string on that one a little bit and struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Smith, his 3rd in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, Smith looked like he's really settled down after that. After the grand slam, he's kind of started hitting his spots a little better. He's retired his last 5 in a row.
See what happens. Alt, DeLauder, and Reef
This
Schneider.
is true.
Here's Alt with 2 down and nobody on. It's easy to settle in until you get to this part of the lineup. He misses 1-0.
Yeah, this is.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
And he's looked like a different pitcher the last 2 innings,
This
basically.
part of the lineup is just super dangerous.
Here's the 1-0. Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from the guys who were batting there.
Oh, yeah.
And as we mentioned, I mean, Matt Measer was leading the team in RBIs coming in to tonight. But still, the guts of this lineup is right there in the middle. Ground ball to Ritter. He's up with it. Fires across. Long stretch. And they got him. And that's going to do it. 6-3 in your book. Another quick inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. How about that? We played 3.5. It is Broadway 7, Newmarket 2. It's the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the Valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
The summer clearance event is going on now at Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, where you'll find rates as low as 0% and no payments for up to 90 days. Plus, 0 down, sign and drive. Now's the time to buy a new Ram, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, or check out the stylish new Dodge Challenger. Plus the full lineup of new Jeeps like the rugged Jeep Wrangler or the luxury of the Grand Cherokee. Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical. South Main Street, Harrisonburg.
Seven to 2 our score as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Newmarket Sharkers coming to the plate. Ethan Laird, Matt Moon, and Hayden Madigan due up in my book against John Judy. The video portion of our broadcast tonight, this 4th inning, brought to you by the fine folks at Valley Building Supplies. 2 locations to serve from start to finish. It's Valley Building Supply. And here is Ethan Laird. He reached his first time up on a walk, and he'll take outside ball 1 to start this at-bat.
Judy's really getting frustrated.
That was not a strike, though.
I didn't think so either, but he stood there. Maybe he's upset at himself, but he sure did stand there.
Here's the 1-0, and that's down low. 2 balls in, no strikes now. To
Get
Ethan
new
Laird.
baseball.
Want something different. Interesting. You know, each pitcher wants something a little bit different.
Yeah. I would definitely take this, your leadoff hitter.
Here's the 2-0. That's going to miss down low. 3-0. On a night like tonight, I wanted the driest baseball I could get in my hand.
Yeah.
3 balls and no strike. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be in there for a called strike, 3-1.
Laird, you gotta probably take this and go to a full count. You gotta work the pitcher.
3 balls and a strike. The Judy pitch on the way. Ground ball, third base side, and foul. Now 3-2.
I'm not sure that was ball 4.
Yeah.
Looked like inside, so,
He's down and in for sure.
The Laird leading things off here. His team needing some base runners here. The 3-2 from Judy, and that's shot foul right side. 3-2 again. Got talking about those baseballs. The other thing I did not want was the ball that had been on the infield dirt after this. Sometimes had a sandy, gritty feel. Last thing my fingers needed. Very slow roller to second base. Barehanded play, but they're not going to get it.
It's a nice save by Natty Solomon there, though.
Yes.
Could have went right in that dugout and gave him second base pretty easily.
Yeah, that's a ball I think you put in your pocket. Holzinger still wanted to try to make a play, but could not. And Ethan Laird is on with an infield single. Here it is. This is your Valley Building Supplies instant replay, and just not hit hard enough. Nice barehand by Holzinger, but I think it's one you just say, you know what? He got us.
you got to think with the wet conditions, that infield is going to be a lot slower than it normally would be, especially going to be slower than JMU with the natural grass infield.
Matt Moon, who takes low, ball one. Matt put a little charge in the ball last time up. Probably the hardest I've seen him hit it, at least recently. A fly ball to right field. Nothing. He's 0 for 1, and now skies one at shortstop. Alt is there. Under it. Plays it. And now one down.
You know, I know that Nolan's sitting there telling his guys, but you really got to be patient. You know, you're down 7-2. You know, just get some runners on, make some things happen. Take your time and get back in the ball game. You don't have to rush things. Just get back in the game.
So here's Hayden Madigan. He'll take down low, 1-0. Runner over at first is Ethan Laird. Infield single. His team's third hit of the night. Pitch from Judy, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Now 1-1 to Hayden Madigan. If Madigan were to get aboard and not hit into a double play, Frankie Ritter is the man on deck.
So the right field bullpen bums out there, I guess.
Pops it up left side, but that'll get out of play.
Crowd down the left field. I mean, they got a lot of people here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Been good crowds throughout the playoffs and really through the regular season.
Yes.
We've seen all the games very well attended. So Madigan down on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Judy's pitch on the way, and Hayden will take down low. 2-2 now. Madigan flew out to right his first time up, so an 0 for 1 night for him. Throw over to first base and sliding back is Laird. Now Laird has the Frankie Ritter pant. Well, not quite. We'd have to do that about 4 more times. Here's the 2-2.
On break, why not? You get your leadoff hitter coming up, start the inning. Let's take the chance. I just,
3-2 the count. Judy ready. The righty kicks and delivers. Runner is going, and Ritter hits one into center field. Sliding over is DeLauder, and he'll make the play on the run, and the side is retired. So no runs, a single hit, no errors, and a man left. And just like that, the 4th inning comes to an end. Ritter and DeLauder with a couple of
it was a nice play. I mean, Ritter drives it.
Well, there was the strikeout. That was the strikeout of Madigan.
And then there it is.
Here's the fly ball. And he makes it just look so easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's an athlete out there, too, not just a
big
home run hitter.
Valley Building Supplies, instant replay. That's going to do it for the 4th inning. This is RCBL Championship Baseball on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
We got a new pitcher on the hill as we head to the 5th inning. The Broadway Bruins coming to the plate on top 7-2, and now they got a new man to have to deal with. Who do they got, Leighton?
They have C.J. Morton, another Shenandoah University Hornet, a right-hander standing at 6'5". He'll be a senior now, sports management major out of Wilmington, Delaware.
The DeLauder comes on. He's the leadoff hitter here.
Well, they're going to let him swing this time. Let's see what DeLauder can do with it.
The righty Morton kicks and fires and bounces in. 1 ball in, no strike. The first time DeLauder's had the chance to see a pitch.
Yeah, he only got one at bat last game, and his first one this game.
1-0 upcoming. Pitch on the way. Sails away. 2-0.
Yeah, you're probably going to see a lot of pitches outside here to DeLauder if they can. That's the thing. Derek Shiflett worked a lot in that semifinal series that went 5 games, and he was able to relatively silence DeLauder.
Morton's pitch in there for a strike now. 2-1.
The other thing with Morton, he's a power pitcher. He's going to throw you a lot of fastballs with a lot of pace behind him.
Morton's pitch on the way. Bounces in. So now 3 balls and a strike.
This is the pitch you're looking for, man.
Well, you don't have to come to him. I mean, you put him on every other time. The Morton pitch going to be high and away. He walks him. Almost a pitch around kind of feel to it. DeLauder really only had 1 pitch in that at-bat to swing at.
Yeah.
He took it for a strike.
That's just a sign of good patient hitting, too, out of DeLauder. He knew not to try to do too much.
Which is impressive.
Yeah.
Considering what he's been through the last couple games.
Oh, for sure.
You really want to swing the bat, but he's not willing to swing at anything. So here's Reef Snyder, the hitting hero, if you will, of the night.
Yeah, I'd say.
2 for 2. He is singled and he hit a grand slam. Been a decent night.
Yeah, not too shabby.
1 ball and no strike. Morton has not found the zone very well as he throws that one by Reef Snyder. It's now 1-1.
Yeah, Reef Snyder has 5 RBIs on the night. Ties with Matt Measer on the series. If my notes are correct.
Here comes the 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes now. Wow. Reef Snyder awaiting the C.J. Morton pitch. DeLauder over at first. Nobody out in the inning.
Ooh.
Just missed.
That was close.
John Judy says it's the ball.
Yeah.
And it's 2-2. DeLauder's lead over at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Like that had a little late downward action, and Reef Snyder swung over the top of it. First strikeout for Morton, and there's 1 down.
Well, like Leighton said, I mean, he's a power pitcher. He's going to come right at you. Came right back with that fastball and got him.
Judy 0 for 2 tonight, a ground out and a line out. He's hit the ball to shortstop both times, but the first time was an RBI ground out in my book. Here's Judy with a man at first and 1 down, and he'll take high and tight, a ball and no strike. On what turned out to be a beautiful night for baseball. Didn't look that way early. Here's the 1-0. Fouled it off right side. But basically what everyone was saying is it was raining here. Was once this is out of here, you got a window till after 1 o'clock where it should be okay.
We might finish by 1.
Sweet mother of pearl. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Judy, chopper to shortstop. Ritter will touch the bag at second for 1. The throw to first. Double play. Side is retired. And that's going to do it. As Frankie Ritter again ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And just like that, here is the instant replay brought to you by Eagle Carpet. And the second out. Got him.
Yeah, DeLauder got down too, you know.
Yep. So that's it for the top half of the 5th. 7-2 Broadway on top. This is RCBL Baseball on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Dick Meyer's Labor Day sales event is happening now. Trade up to a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat you've always wanted. At Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat, we're paying over Kelley Blue Book and NAD book values on any trade-in on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat. If looking to trade in your old vehicle, now's the time to stop by because the 2020s must go during the Labor Day sales event. Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat. Locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. The Newmarket Shockers coming to the plate. 2, 3, and 4 hitters trailing 7-2. Our webcast portion of our broadcast tonight, this fifth inning brought to you by Eagle Carpet. If you didn't buy from Eagle, you probably paid too much. Go see Rodney and the folks.
Rodney.
John Judy returns, and Delaverne pops it up. Third base side, rushes under it, shakes the glove, now slides over and does make the play.
Wow, that was an adventure there. Rush thinking, man, I'm fighting that thing.
Yeah, hit him right in the palm of the glove, didn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of rolled around for a second.
So here's Pierce Booker. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first and flew out into left field his last time up. So an 0 for 2 night for Pierce, one down and nobody on as Judy's first pitch is away. A ball and no strikes to Pierce Booker.
This hasn't been a normal Pierce Booker night by his standards, at least in the series, batting .429 against right-handers. And he'd had a couple big hits in series leading up to this one. 167 on the entire series, you see on your screen.
2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's going to miss down low. 3-0 now to Pierce Booker. Nobody on, one down here in the home half of the fifth. And the Shockers needing 5 runs to tie the ball game, and Pierce Booker will take a 1-out walk. And Calvin Pastel will now come to the plate. Got Judy out on the hill, just kind of kicking the dirt, as you see. And here's Calvin Pastel. Pastel reached on an error and he struck out. An 0 for 2 evening for Calvin, and he takes a strike there, 0-1. Pierce Booker over at first, 1 down. Shockers 2 runs on 3 hits. Broadway has 7 runs on 4 hits. Ground ball to short. Alt to second for 1, on to first. Got him. Double play. And that will end the inning.
Yep.
6-4-3. A very well and quickly turned play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Keep the score the same. Here is your Eagle Carpet replay. Alt backhands it, slings it to second, and there's the strong throw on to first base to get him.
Nice
for
play.
The final out. So that'll do it for the bottom of the fifth. We're going to head to the 6th inning. It's Broadway 7, Newmarket 2. It's the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
The summer clearance event is going on now at Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, where you'll find rates as low as 0% and no payments for up to 90 days. Plus, 0 down, sign and drive. Now's the time to buy a new Ram, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, or check out the stylish new Dodge Challenger. Plus the full lineup of new Jeeps like the rugged Jeep Wrangler or the luxury of the Grand Cherokee. Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical. South Main Street, Harrisonburg.
We head into the 6th inning here at Rebel Park as you see the crowd enjoying this one. And we say C.J. Morton come back for some more action. He'll deal with Abernathy, Natty Solomon, as well as Cole Holzinger. And both of these teams, Mike, it's been a long time since either of these teams have tasted victory in the championship series. For Broadway, it has been since the 1930s. For Newmarket, if you count Twin County,
right,
which we are, it's been since 1972 or 73.
72.
Since 72.
And 73, they lost 4 games to none in the championship. But, you know, looking at the Twin County Twins, the RCBL champions, 72, a lot of them around here tonight. Bob Blosser threw out the first ball.
2-1 sails away, so now 3-1.
Bob Weiss, second baseman. Riley Rowell, he was a Hall of Famer.
The 3-1. Popped it up left side, but that'll get out of play.
Jim Kreitzer. I've dealt with Jim in Waynesboro. He was, owned the Waynesboro Generals, and Jim was a center fielder on that team in 1972.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And he walked him.
You know, the catcher, Hugh Lance.
Hugh Lance, former Harrisonburg City Council member. I've known Hugh almost since I moved here to the Shenandoah Valley.
Kenny Collins
and
from
Hugh,
JMU.
I was going to say, Hugh went on to play his baseball at JMU, right?
Yeah, he did, and played for Linville then after that.
Here's Natty Solomon swinging a miss, 0-1. Runner at first and nobody out here in the 6th.
Barry Burner, Jim Mesterly, Larry Hunt, and he was a really good pitcher on that team.
Ooh. Takes, I guess, upstairs, 1-1.
Rod Fridley.
Okay.
He was.
He's got a whole gap named after him,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Fridley Gap.
He got some. Yeah, Fridley got some major league time.
Did he?
Yeah. Kenny Bursinger, Gary Bursinger.
2 balls and a strike now to Solomon with a runner at first and nobody out. The Morton pitch on the way, and that's a strike. So now 2-2 your count to Solomon with Cole Holzinger waiting on deck.
Winston McDonaldson was the manager of that team.
Okay, that's a name.
Yeah.
I'd hate to stencil that in my underpants. Here's the 1-2.
Oh, did he go?
Missed upstairs.
Oh, I thought it caught a piece of the bat. At least it sounded like it.
I think the count's full.
Yeah, it should be full.
Hey, and the last guy, Bobby Strickler,
Okay,
the manager.
pitch on the way. Ground ball, third base side. Booker's got it, throws to second. They'll get the lead runner. They will not get the man at first base as it squirts away, but not enough for Solomon to move up. So a fielder's choice there as one man is out. Here is your instant replay
Nice play.
as Booker makes the play to get the lead man, and they just cannot get Solomon at first base. So he's aboard. With 1 down now, Cole Holzinger comes to the plate.
But 1972 was a long time ago.
It was.
I mean, Twin County Twins. I mean, that's, geez.
I wasn't born.
Yeah, no kidding.
Neither was I.
Well, shockingly. I'm shocked.
Well, hate to tell you, boys, but I was a sophomore in high school. There you go. That's how young I am.
One ball and no strikes to Holzinger. Ground ball first base side. Laird will take it himself to the bag. And there's 2 down. Solomon will move up on the play. So, runner at second now with 2 down, and that brings Kevin Rush to the plate. And Leighton is kind of playing the part of Matt Atkins for us.
Yeah.
Now we haven't, it's funny, now that Leighton's with us, we haven't nearly talked about as many old television shows or movies as we normally do. That completely leaves Matt out of the conversation. He's always just shaking our head looking at us.
Yeah.
And I'm sure thinking to himself, everything you watched on TV was in black and white.
Well,
I'm sure that's what
absolutely. I mean, I used Sunday night Bonanza, and we used to see some stuff, man. Lassie.
Pitch gets past Moon, and moving up to third base is going to be Solomon.
In 72, I think one of the songs of the year it was Gladys Knight and the Pip.
Okay.
Midnight Train to Georgia. I mean,
classic.
I can remember that because I remember we would listen to it and
isn't that what
and try to act like the Pip.
Now, isn't that what the marks on the dice are called? Pips?
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
I think that's what the marks on the dice are. They're called Pip. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Rush took a huge cut there.
Yeah, they're called pips.
How about that? Boy, call me if you're in some sort of senseless trivia challenge. Rush takes a strike there.
I think I always had the part leaving
Yes.
on that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train. I think I had to come in with that part.
The pitch fouled off at the plate. Leaving.
Yeah.
Oh, man. See, now, wouldn't that be great if that's how you were thrown out of a game? The umpire came over and says, Mike, you're leaving.
On that midnight train to Georgia. Hadn't faced that one yet.
No? All right. Give it time. This is Bobby Weiss. He has not taken that midnight train to Georgia in a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
2-2 upcoming. Pitch on the way. Morton will leave it upstairs.
Rush is fighting it.
Now runs full to Kevin Rush. Runner at third and 2 down. He's trying to drive in the 8th run of the game for the Bruins. They're on top 7-2. Pitch on the way. Bounces in. He walks him. So for the second time tonight, Kevin Rush is aboard. Singled back in the 2nd. Grounded out in the 4th. And now draws the walk here in the 6th. And that brings Matt Measer to the plate.
Now, see, Morton, this is about his limitations. He's a closer, a relief guy. So he goes about 2 innings, and if he can get through this inning.
Well, this is all part of the plan.
Yeah.
He gets Measer out, and then whoever they bring in the 7th deals with Alt, DeLauder, and Reed Schneider.
Yeah, that's the time I'd want to go out too.
So whoever's next on the pitching list.
Leave it.
Called strike to Measer. Nothing in 1. That's the oddest call of the night, considering how tight the strike zone's been. Measer fouls it off left side. He's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, he had to point at that.
Yeah.
You get a called strike like the one before, you got to almost swing at anything.
Yeah, but just weird. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not been an easy night for the pitchers. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Broadway up 7-2. The Morton pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. Sends him on the midnight train back to the dugout.
Yep, leaving.
And that's going to be the second strikeout for Morton, and it ends the inning. So they don't get a hit. No runs, no hit, no errors, and 2 left. And that's going to do it for the top half of the 6th. We played 5.5. It is Broadway 7, Newmarket 2, the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the Valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
533, 454. 533, 454. And pickup for $2.
Back here at Rebel Park, the Shockers coming to the plate here in the 6th. This 6th inning of our webcast is brought to you by Klein's Dairy Bar. They've got 3 locations to serve you in the area, serving homemade hand-scooped custard-style ice cream since 1943. Ground ball to third base. Rush has it. Pulls Solomon off the bag, but he's still able to make the tag.
Yeah, nice play. A little high, and he came back and got it.
So House
Natty.
retired. 1 down.
Here it is right here.
Here's the Klein's Dairy Bar replay. He kind of tomahawked that.
Yeah.
And then Rush kind of floated the ball over first base.
Yeah, Natty's had quite the workout over at first base today. He had almost a hockey goalie type of save to
Yeah.
that one overthrow, and then a pretty good heads-up play there on that one.
Estep singled and scored back in the second. Ground ball third base side, but fouled. And then he popped up to third base his last time up. So a 1-for-2 evening for Luke Estep. One down and nobody on for him here.
Now you got a text. One of the number 5 songs, Candyman. Was that what it was? Candyman by Sammy Davis Jr.
That's what I was told. The
Yeah.
Candyman by Sammy Davis Jr.
Candyman.
It's also
Nice.
top 5.
There you go.
I don't remember that song per se. Swing and a miss by Estep.
Now Sammy Davis Jr., he was in a couple movies. I remember him in a movie with Dean Martin, a Western.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Western.
Yeah. Sammy Davis, he was part of the Rat Pack. Yeah.
The 0-2 to Estep. Swing and a miss. He got him. And there's 2 down. As Judy continues now with 5 strikeouts on the night through his 5 2/3 innings of work. And here is Ethan Laird. Laird's been aboard both times, walked and scored in the second, and he singled in the fourth. The Judy pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. I think you're right about that strike zone easing up, Leighton, as the game goes on.
Yeah,
Here's the 0-1 from Judy, and that's hit high into left center field. DeLauder coming over, and he will make the play. Hung up there for him. DeLauder chased it down. No pun intended.
No, he makes nice plays out there. He goes a long way for it.
I mean, that was in left center.
Yeah.
Went all the way over there to get it as DeLauder and the Bruins head back to the dugout. 6 innings complete. It is Broadway 7 and Newmarket 2. The RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Dick Meyer's Labor Day sales event is happening now. Trade up to a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat you've always wanted. At Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat, we're paying over Kelley Blue Book and NAD book values on any trade-in on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat. If looking to trade in your old vehicle, now's the time to stop by because the 2020s must go during the Labor Day sales event. Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat. Locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical.
Back here at Newmarket, the Shockers trailing 7-2 as we get ready to start this 7th inning. The webcast portion of our broadcast tonight, if you're watching us on video, brought to you by Huggins & Associates, Bob Wade Auto World, Jenkins Insurance, Valley Building Supplies, Eagle Carpet, Klein's Dairy Bar, and ServPro. Well, if you're the Newmarket Shockers, you're wishing the 2nd inning had never happened, but it did.
Yeah.
And that's really the difference in this one right now, the 5 spot that the Broadway Bruins put up in the 2nd inning, a Travis Reefsnyder grand slam, the big shot in that inning. And new pitcher on the hill for Newmarket. You see him warming up right there on the screen. That's Kirk Messick.
Yeah, Kirk has served as an assistant coach for the Shockers, if I'm correct
That's
in
correct.
saying that. He did have an appearance in their semifinal series. Did get the win in his one appearance with a ERA of 9 in 3 innings pitched with a strikeout. But in the 2020 regular season, he was 1-2 in 8 games, a save, 38 innings pitched, and 28 strikeout.
Wow. A lot of innings. I mean, he threw the ball a lot of innings.
Well, he gets the tough duty that we were talking about. We knew that the night was going to be over.
Yeah. Well, these next 3 guys scored 6. They've scored 6 runs between them.
For C.J. Morton, and here is Tyler Alt. So it's Alt, DeLauder, and Reefsnyder who are due up against Messick, and Messick's first pitch sails high and away, a ball and no strikes. Alt walked and scored in the first. Since then, he has flown out to right and grounded out to short. So an 0-for-2 night for Tyler. And he's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Messick pitch, popped it up, but that's coming back our way.
You know, I mean, Kirk Messick is, they just said one of those guys that has been in the league a long time, and Kirk Messick is a good guy.
Yes.
He's one of the good guys in the league.
He is. I don't know what that
Always
was,
has
but
been.
it didn't sound very good.
Hit something up there.
And everyone's still looking at it. I think it hit the air conditioner.
Yeah.
Maybe. Pitch on the way, sails upstairs. Scoreboard says 3-2 to Alt. And everybody's still looking over there.
Yeah.
That's not good. When people keep looking at something, that's not very good. And Tyler Alt's going to draw a walk to lead off the 7th inning.
Yeah.
That's not good because Chase DeLauder's at the plate.
No. And you sure can't walk him. I mean, what the heck? And he's going to have to swing the bat.
So here's DeLauder. DeLauder was intentionally walked in the 1st and the 2nd, and then drew a traditional walk in the 5th. The Messick pitch to DeLauder, down low and away. 1 ball and no strike.
Lauder 4 for 5 off of left-handed hitting in this series.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
He's left-handed, by the way, folks.
A lefty on lefty, doing some damage.
The Messick pitch. Ground ball towards the second baseman. House to short for 1. They will not get DeLauder at first base, who just motors down the line. And that is literally the first time I've seen Chase DeLauder hit the ball on the ground in the infield.
Well, I mean, Kurt did a good job keeping the ball down, and, you know, DeLauder really wanted to hit. So that's a big out right there.
It is.
I mean, if you walk him, you got 1st and 2nd, no outs. Instead, you pitch to him. You know, I thought they should have done it early in the game.
So 1 down, 1 on for Broadway here in the 7th, trying to add on to what's a 7-2 advantage, trying to win the RCBL Championship Series in 4 games. Trying to complete the sweep as Messick's pitches a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Reef Snyder. Reef Snyder 2 for 3 tonight. Singled back in the 1st, hit a grand slam in the 2nd as DeLauder was walked in front of him to load the bases, and he made him pay. And then he struck out his last time up, and he'll take way out the side that time. A ball and a strike now to Travis Reef Snyder. John Judy waits on deck for the Bruins. Pitch on the way, and high fly, center field. Delaverne backing up, still backing up. On the warning track, makes the play. And there's 2 down. Reef Snyder gave it a little bit of a ride.
Yeah.
Delaverne hung with it.
You know, Kirk Messick just comes in there, throws strikes, and you think you're going to hit him big time, you know, and he's around the plate, makes you miss, and makes you hit ground balls and fly balls and gets you out. That's what he does.
The veteran of the league.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him come in. I think it's a good move.
Here's John Judy. Judy has hit it to shortstop every time this ball game. An 0 for 3 night. An RBI ground out in the 1st, lined out to short in the 2nd, and then hit into a double play in the 5th.
He's got a good chance to hit it to shortstop.
Yeah. The Messick pitch down low. I don't know if the scoreboard's right or not.
I think it's 1-1.
I want to say it's 1-1. That's what I want to say. DeLauder over at first. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Ritter had a long run to get it. Throws on the run to first. Nice scoop at first base.
Pretty nice play.
And that's going to do it as Laird digs it out of the dirt and makes the play. 6-3 in the book. Shocking to no one. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. And that's going to do it for the top of the 7th inning here at Newmarket. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It is Broadway 7, Newmarket 2. It's Game 4 of the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSBA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru with rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Abernathy.
And Newmarket, the Shockers coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 7-2. And we have gone to the bullpen. Have the Broadway Bruins.
Looks like it is. No, it's not Abernathy.
Nope, you got a lefty. That's from JMU. I think it's, let's see.
16. I don't have the roster in front of me or the scorecard there that they sent up. But a left-hander who's taking his warm-up pitches.
Yeah, he's out of JMU.
I'm trying, man.
The Broadway goes to the pen. John Judy gave him 6 innings.
Yep.
Gave up the 2 runs. And I did want to remind you that this portion of the 7th inning on our video webcast is brought to you by Serve Pro. No matter what happens in your home, the cleanup and restoration specialists at Serve Pro of Rockingham and Augusta counties will be with you every step of the way until you're back on your feet. So when fire or water damage strikes, call on Serve Pro of Rockingham and Augusta counties at 540-433-6100. Now they're doing the chicken dance out there.
Yeah.
I used to play when I was at Montezuma. I would always play those 2 songs back to back in the 7th inning stretch. We would do Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and then we would. I said, I can tell you can't sing, maybe you can dance. And then we would play the chicken dance.
I think we got Liam McDonald on the mound.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Pitch going to miss down low. 1 ball and no strike. Moon, Madigan, and Ritter due up. And here's Moon will take inside now. 2 balls and no strike. Moon 0 for 2, a fly out to right field, and he popped up the second base his last time up. The 2-0, and Moon with a base hit out into left field.
There you go.
Now Matt Moon leads things off here in the 7th with a base hit. Matt Moon's first hit of the night. And Moon will have a pinch runner run for him.
Yeah.
Here is your Serve Pro instant replay as Matt Moon just serves it into left field.
And he'll have Jack Duvall run for him now at first.
Jack Duvall.
Here's Hayden Madigan. Sounds like a guy who's running for Congress, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Duvall running in the 7th district. You know?
He's probably speaking tonight. Republican National Convention.
Nothing in a 1 to Madigan. Here's the pitch. He'll take another strike. Quickly, 0-2. Madigan's 0 for 2. Flew out to right in the 2nd, and he struck out in the 4th. The 0-2 upcoming. Pitch on the way, and that's called strike 3. Madigan called out on strikes. 3 pitches.
I do have confirmation that is Liam McDonald on the mound now.
And here's Frankie Ritter. Ritter 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 2nd, sandwiched by a strikeout and a fly out to center field.
Now, if you're a Newmarket, you got to make something happen real soon.
Well, I didn't put Duvall out there at first base to just run back and forth from first base to his lead.
Right.
I mean,
he didn't have a lead.
No. I think you got to start him. That is no lead whatsoever. McDonald pitch is fouled off at the plate. Now 1 ball and 1 strike to Frankie Ritter. Ritter has played a very fine shortstop tonight and really all season.
Yeah, he's a good player.
We've had some pretty good shortstop plays on both sides. I mean, Tyler Alt hasn't been too shabby either for Broadway.
Hey, you think about it. We've had some great shortstops during the whole season.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, good golly.
Derek Shiflett playing most of the time when he's not pitching for Bridgewater.
1-2. When is that? And that is hammered into left center field as Ritter sends it out there. Meanwhile, Duvall is heading to third base. And Ritter is in with a stand-up double.
Just what they needed.
Front row, Rorge.
Yeah.
The Ritter with his second hit of the night. Puts runners at second and third. 2 men in scoring position for everybody's favorite shocker, Henry Delaverne.
I mean, back to you talking about the, shortstops. What about the Wagner?
Oh, yeah.
Wagner, and then for Stewart's draft, he got a pro
Tanner
guy.
Morris, yeah.
Tanner Morris. Yeah, we get great shortstops in the RCBL. Tyler Bocock. I mentioned his name.
Ross Friend.
Ross Friend.
On the way. Swing and a miss as Delaverne was trying to make it 7-5.
Clover Hill had 3 or 4 shortstops.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Moving people around.
Henry, buck 67, the home run. He had that here at this stadium after talking to Mike. Here's the 0-1, and Delaverne will take a strike there. Reef-Snyder came up like he was going to throw. Duvall hurried back or scurried back to third base. It's a Delaverne now behind in the count, 0-2. 1 down, 2 on in scoring position for the Shockers, who desperately need some runs here. Trailing 7-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. The McDonald pitch skips away from Reef-Snyder. Duvall will come across the plate, and that is the second time that Newmarket has scored a run on a ball that is skidded past Reef-Snyder.
That's the third run, and so they're, if you can get this run in, it's very important. It makes it 7-4, and you got 2 at bat.
7-3.
Yeah.
7-3 after the Duvall scampers home. They got 2 chances to bring the man from third home.
Yeah.
Delaverne behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The McDonald pitch, and Delaverne swing and a miss. He got him.
Yeah, Henry wanted to really put that in play, so.
Just needed to hit a fly ball.
Yeah.
And here's Pierce Booker, the big opportunity here. Pierce hit into a fielder's choice in the first, flew out to left in the third. His last time up, he walked.
Now, Ritter, Ritter could almost, he's looking at the time period. Boy, that strike zone's really loosened up.
Yeah.
Man.
Booker awaiting the McDonald pitch. That one missed.
He's going from the windup right there. I wouldn't be afraid to
run down the line.
Ritter,
oh, yeah. Be better if you had a lefty at the plate, though, compared to the righty of Booker here.
1-1, the pitch to Booker. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. I've not felt very comfortable, calling balls and strikes. A lot of times you can get on the same page as the umpire. Just have not been there this evening.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2. Sails high and away. 2-2. That one was easy.
Yeah, that was a throwaway pitch for sure, just to try to change the eye level. Watch him try to go low here, maybe something a little bit off the plate as well.
Probably throw a little cutter here.
2-2. The pitch to Booker. Just missed low. 3-2. If Booker were to get on, Calvin Pastel is on deck and would hit next. Man, looking at Frankie Ritter down there at third base, that kid does nothing but smile and laugh. He's having a good time. 3-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right side. That's going to be through, and for a base hit, Booker has made it a 7-4 ball game.
There you go. Mission accomplished for the inning.
Pierce Booker with the RBI single, and 2 runs are in here in the 7th, and has made it a 7-4 game. Perhaps, do not throw the dirt on the Newmarket Shockers quite yet.
Not yet. You're going to give you everything they got.
So here is Pastel, the runner at first and 2 down. McDonald pitches in there for a strike, 0-1. Madhouse would be next if the Shockers could continue to turn the carousel. Ready is McDonald. The lefty kicks and fires. Ground ball, first base side. That's another base hit.
Keep going.
Rounding second, big turn, and he'll stay there. I thought for sure he'd be in at third base.
Why in the world didn't they send him?
And Booker will stay at second, so station to station. The runners at first and second. And here comes Matt Howe.
Wow. I mean,
Here's the
Abernathy had to go a long way. Right
Surf
here, you
Pro
see him had to
replay.
go a long way. And then he takes his time, but then he just stops.
Yeah, the ball was not getting to him quickly.
No. You should have first and third.
Here's House. House 0 for 3, couple of ground outs. Reaching on an error. Runners at first and second and 2 down. The Shockers down now 7-4. They've plated 2 runs in the inning. There's a ground ball up the middle. Long play for the second baseman.
Nice
Flips to
play.
short.
Nice.
Just in time, and they get him. What a play out there at second base.
Cole
Holy
Holsinger.
mackerels. Cole Holsinger makes the play, flips it to Alt, and they get out of the inning. My goodness, fielder's choice. 4-6. Here it is on the Surf Pro replay. Long range to his right, and then flips it with the glove. What a
Nice
play by
play.
Holsinger there to end the threat in the 7th. But the Shockers do score a pair of runs. We're going to head to the 8th inning. It is Broadway 7, Newmarket 4. It's the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
The summer clearance event is going on now at Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, where you'll find rates as low as 0% and no payments for up to 90 days. Plus, 0 down, sign and drive. Now's the time to buy a new Ram, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, or check out the stylish new Dodge Challenger. Plus the full lineup of new Jeeps like the rugged Jeep Wrangler or the luxury of the Grand Cherokee. Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical. South Main Street, Harrisonburg.
Kirk Messick going to try to continue to tamp down the Broadway offense. He's got Abernathy, Solomon, and Holsinger to deal with here in the 8th. It is a 7-4 ball game as Newmarket came up with a couple of runs in the 7th as we head now to the 8th inning. And that is a high fly ball right field, but reaching up and making the play out there is Estep easily. There's one down.
Yeah, he's looking comfortable out there
It's
in right
incredibly,
field. Yeah.
incredible how different he looks in right field.
Yeah. Hey, we gave you one of the top songs of 1972.
Okay.
Well, in 1938, when the last time Broadway won the championship,
Oh, sweet mother.
here we go. Roy Acuff in
Roy
the Wabash Cannonball.
Okay.
And I know you remember that one.
Oh, yeah. Stayed on the charts for a long time.
Yeah.
Nothing in 2 to Solomon. Nobody on and 1 out here in the visitors' half of the 8th. The Wabash Cannonball.
The
Is that it?
Wabash by Roy Acuff.
Swing and a miss. He got him. 3 pitches. He struck him out. What now? Was that a instrumental or were there lyrics to the
There
Wabash
was
Cannonball?
the Wabash Cannonball. That was the lyrics, yeah.
That was the
I'm not exactly sure how to go, but it was, Roy Acuff sang it.
Yeah. I'm sure Les Irby will play it this weekend.
I'm looking around, and there's a couple people in this press box that know this song.
Base hit left field as Holsinger turns on that one. You're telling me people in this press box have
People
heard
in this press
the
box
Wabash
have heard of
Cannonball?
Roy Acuff and the Wabash Cannonball. Yeah, see, a couple of them. Man.
Wasn't there when it was sung originally. Well, I think everybody has heard of Roy Acuff.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, but, most folk. Well, pitch from Messick in there for a strike, 0-1.
The Wabash Cannonball.
And it looks like McDonald, his pitch is hitting for himself.
Going to hit the 9-hole. They didn't have the DH to start the night with Judy being in the lineup. So looks like Kevin Rush will come out of the game. Judy must have went over to third, or Holsinger Went to third, one of the two.
He fouls that one off. Now, is this?
There we go.
Is this the Wabash Cannonball?
This is the Wabash Cannonball.
Crazy. I don't know.
That's 1938, the Wabash Cannonball.
All right. 1-2. Pitch in the dirt. The runner is going. The throw does not have a chance of getting him. Ritter makes a nice play behind the bag.
That's great, R.J. Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, how in the world do you find something like that?
Yeah.
As a guy with too much time on his hands.
He's a Roy Acuff fan. You know?
I guess.
Look here. McDonald got to go get another bat. He hadn't had a lot of at bats this year, so.
Look at him motor down the line there.
Yeah. Nice stolen
Cole
base.
Holzinger.
Yeah, it's a good dirt ball read there by Holsinger. Got a good jump on it.
That was your A&D Applicators instant replay.
Oh!
Donald.
No wonder. You got to get a new bat. Every time you throw one, you got to get a new one.
Might need some batting gloves and some pine tar on top of that.
Bob Weiss, I don't think he was throwing it at Bob. Bob's going to give me some, what the heck?
Yeah, look
What's
at
the
him.
pine tar? You ever hit?
He doesn't want to give it back to him.
He might need a full-on helmet over there, like the hockey mask or something.
Jeez.
I doubt if he swings much at JMU. Or Broadway.
He took one at bat, I think, before in the season in that series against Bridgewater.
2-2, lifted foul back over our heads to our right. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Like he
wants some dirt.
Playing pepper, man.
That's it. Holzinger out there at second, 2 down. 7-4, the Broadway lead. Swing and a miss. He got him. Messick gets out of the inning with his second strikeout of the inning. So no runs, a single hit, no errors, and a man left. And that's how the top of the 8th will end. Newmarket will come to the plate in the bottom of the 8th, down by 3. It's Broadway 7, Newmarket 4. It's Game 4 of the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Back here at Rebel Park, the conversation continues about Roy Acuff, continues about Hee-Haw. And, you know, the only thing missing tonight was the playing of the song. What was it? Trying to think of how Redneck, White Sox, and Blue Ribbon Beer.
Yeah.
You ever heard that song?
I'm sure that was I'm not sure who won a championship during that year, but
yeah,
that was a good one.
McDonald returns for another inning of work, and 6 outs separate the Broadway Bruins from the RCBL championship, but Newmarket is not going quietly.
No, they got it. I mean, they got a chance. They're down 3 here. They got to really concentrate, have good at bats, get people on, and get it done here. They've got 2 at bats to Broadway's 1.
After an inning and a half.
Yeah.
After an inning and a half, Newmarket was down 7-0. It's now a 7-4 ball game. So I've got Estep, Laird, and Moon due up here in this 8th inning. Lefty on lefty action here, and that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Pretty pitch by McDonald as he dropped that one in the bucket.
Nice little curveball.
Newmarket is another strike there. 0-2. going to say is, Newmarket could have easily folded up the tent there quickly behind 7-0. You've held them down. Ground ball third base side. It was funny because what I said to you, we were talking about what Newmarket needed to do offensively. And I said, well, the real trick is not giving up any more runs.
Yeah.
And somehow, for 5 innings, they've done the trick.
Didn't give up any runs.
Yeah. The 0-2, and Estep will take low. This 8th inning is brought to you in part by A&D Applicators, proudly supporting our community. Located in Timberville, A&D specializes in acoustic ceilings, EIFS, drywall insulation, and light gauge metal framing. Ground ball up the middle, ranging is Holzinger. The throw to first, not going to get him. Infield hit for Luke Estep.
A good way to start the inning.
Second hit of the night for Estep, as he's 2 for 4 on the evening.
Looks like Judy has moved over to second base now, as you'll see the replay here.
So it is Judy.
Yep. Close.
So here's Laird. Laird walked in the second, singled in the fourth, and flew out in the sixth. So he's 1 for 2 tonight. He comes up with a man at first and nobody out. First pitch from McDonald sails high and away, a ball and no strike to Ethan Laird, who's also played fairly well over at first base tonight.
Played real well, yeah.
In the stead of Ty Bennett, who was injured in the last game. And that's fouled off right side. Fairly well hit down that right field line. Onto the batting net. And it's 1-1 to Ethan Laird.
Yeah, it's been a good night for Laird. He's a guy that has seen mostly pitching-only action for the Shockers this year. He stepped in, like you said, for the injured Ty Bennett. Hasn't disappointed in the defensive side of things for the Shockers.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Been 82 years since the last title for the Broadway Bruins.
Wow.
The 1-2. Ground ball fouled left side and tumbling.
Went off his foot.
To the dirt is Laird.
82 years. And we can't figure out who, if there's anybody, any names that go with that. I mean, I'm sure it was because, they won the title. But, I can't think of anybody that would be,
You'd have to know some old folks.
Maybe.
Here's the foul ball.
Like an Armentrout. I'm going to take a guess. Strawderman, Armentrout.
Pitch on the way. So if it was an Elkton team, would you have said Shiflett and Pettit?
Maybe.
2-2 the count.
That could be possible. 1938 Broadway won the championship, and who played? We don't know.
Did they beat the Daly brothers in a 3-1 series win back in 1938?
The Daly brothers.
That's what it says. D-A-L-Y brothers, name of the team.
Very softly hit ground ball to second. Judy bare hands, and did he make the play? He did. Wow, what a play at second base by Judy. And Laird is erased. The runner Estep will move up to second base, but John Judy, what a play there on Luke Estep. And here is the A&D Applicators replay. Just fought it off. Got it
barehanded, and that was close.
That was closer than I thought. I thought he had him easily, but this is.
Look.
Yeah, he got him.
He got him.
Wow.
Very close. Good job, guys. Nice job.
Guys in the truck doing a heck of a job tonight. Well, not really truck. They're right behind us. But, trying to create the illusion. Ball's down and inside. 1 ball and no strike. To Matt Moon. Moon's 1 for 3 on the night. He's hit the ball much better this evening.
Yeah.
Well, he's hit the ball. And again, he's put it in play. And it's not something he went for a stretch where that just was not the case.
Yeah, he opened the series. If my numbers stand correct, he struck out 5 out of his first 6 at-bats in the series, including a golden sombrero back in Game 1.
1-1 with a runner at second base. Take a ball there, 2-1.
Kirk Messick, I'm watching him down the right field line here. And Kirk is, what a guy. I mean, the guy's in pitching, he's still looking for foul balls. I mean, that's an organization guy.
He is over there.
That only happens in the RCBL.
Here's the 2-1. Ground ball, third base side. They'll run the runner back to second base and fire over to first in time, and there's 2 down. Nice play over there at third base.
Holsinger.
Moon is out.
Bad moon rising.
And just see good play there, way to hang on to it and gun it over to Solomon just in time.
Here's Hayden Madigan. Madigan 0 for 3. He has struck out his last 2 times up. Getting some words of counsel from Coach Potts right now.
Yeah.
He said more words than I would have.
Well, you know.
Hit the baseball.
And Nolan Potts, let me tell you something. Nolan Potts has done a tremendous job here in Newmarket. He's had a couple good teams. He's worked hard. There's no question. I mean, he could have easily been, the manager of the year, if you ask me. I mean, Nolan Potts has done a tremendous job of coaching here in Newmarket.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt.
Shockers need to at least push this run across. Opportunities are waning here. McDonald's pitches outside, 1-0. One thing the Shockers, we were talking in the pregame, it's been a series of missed opportunities.
Yeah, they got to execute. That's the thing.
1-0 to Madigan. It is a 7-4 Broadway lead. We play in the bottom of the 8th. Skies it high. First base side. Solomon going to give way to Judy, who squeezes it for the out, and the side is retired. So no runs, a single hit, no errors, and a man left. We have completed 8. It's Broadway 7, Newmarket 4. It's Game 4 of the RCBL Championship Series on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Dick Meyer's Labor Day sales event is happening now. Trade up to a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat you've always wanted. At Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat, we're paying over Kelley Blue Book and NAD book values on any trade-in on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat. If looking to trade in your old vehicle, now's the time to stop by because the 2020s must go during the Labor Day sales event. Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat. Locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the Valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
Well,
there they are, just hanging out.
Hey, you get there. The Hinkle Lounge right there.
That's it.
There's Bruce out there in the lounge, and
Commissioner
John
of the Valley League.
John Blosser, Mr. Bear Hinkle. I mean, he
looks tired.
Yeah, they're tired out there, man. I mean,
welcome back to the Rebel Park as Game 4 of the RCBL Championship Series now moves into the 9th inning. The Broadway Bruins coming to the plate here to start the 9th. I've got Meeser, Alta, and DeLauder due up. New pitcher. No, it is Kirk Messick still on the hill for the Shockers.
Yeah, Kirk was just walking around looking for foul balls. He come back, gets on the mound. That only happened first.
Meeser takes ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Meeser 1 for 4 on the night. RBI single in the second. He's also grounded out and struck out a pair of times. He fouls that one back over our heads. It's another ball for Messick to run after later. And it's 2-1.
Now, Broadway likes to put a run or two across here, and then, his insurance runs. I know they got somebody in the bullpen.
Swing and a miss now, 2-2. 7-4 your score. Broadway on top. The Bruins scored 2 in the first. 5 in the second. They were up 7-0. Newmarket came back and plated 2 in the bottom half of that inning as Messick strikes out Meeser. Nice hold by Moon there.
Yeah.
Meeser for the 3rd time strikes out, and he becomes Messick's 3rd strikeout victim. And here's Tyler Alt.
I tell you, Alt's had a good series, both defensively and offensively. I mean, he's not done bad.
0 for 2 tonight with a couple of walks, so he's been on board a couple of times. Played well at short. good shortstop. We talked about the great shortstop play, and that's just foul over the head of the third baseman. Ripped that one down the line. Tyler Alt.
I mean, if Broadway goes on to win 4-0, you are so close to, I mean, they're so close to being 2-2. What's incredible about this?
Pitch going to miss outside. Ball and a strike now to Alt. Pitch on the way from Messick. Huge cut and a miss. 1-2. Talking about Messick just kind of tosses it up there.
Yeah.
He's the sipping iced tea, the Rick Sutcliffe.
Yeah.
And that is rocketed to left field for a base hit. Wow. You could hear that all the way up here, the crack of the bat. And the one-out single to left. A couple of games ago was trying to, here's the instant replay, A&D applicators, and shoots it over there into left field. But, I was trying to remember a pitcher had talked about how he pitched with his hair on fire, and Rick Sutcliffe pitched like he was sipping on an iced tea. And it was Mitch Williams.
Mitch Williams, that's right, the Cubs.
Who said, here's Rick, just throwing it like he's having a glass of tea on a Sunday, and I'm pitching like my hair is on fire, and I got to get out of here. 1-0, the Messick pitch on the way. That'll miss down and away. 2 balls and no strikes now to Chase DeLauder.
DeLauder's going to look for a good pitch drive on this pitch.
3 walks and he hit into a fielder's choice. So 0 for 1 on the night. The 2-0 from Messick on the way. Ground ball off the pitcher Messick, and that's going to be a base hit.
Man.
So DeLauder with the infield single.
And what is he hitting now? I mean, with that base hit, DeLauder's got to be hitting for the series up 600. I mean, his on base percentage has got to be incredible.
His on base is probably every bit of 900.
Man.
There was the A&D applicators replays. He sent it right back up the box and off of Kirk Messick, who kind of kicks the leg a little bit.
Kirk will always have that bruise there.
Yeah, that'll leave a mark.
If DeLauder gets in the major leagues, Kirk will say, look, I had this bruise.
That's right. Here's Reef Schneider, one of the hitting heroes of the night for Broadway. Hit a grand slam in the second inning. And quite honestly, with the score 7-4, that's been the difference in this one.
Oh, yeah.
The 1-0 to Reef Schneider, swing and a miss there, 1-1.
So DeLauder is now 6 for 9 on the series. He's batting .667. On base percentage.
With 3 home runs.
Oh, yeah.
I did that wiffle ball doubleheader one. 6, 7, maybe.
Thousand pack 1 and 2.
Maybe.
I don't know. You have to wait for the text from your brother saying you never.
Oh, yeah. He told me I never hit 400 in them.
No, never, not ever.
I mean, what a field we had, too.
1 and 2 upcoming. The Messick pitch on the way. That's fouled back again.
I mean, it was a hitter's ballpark, I will tell
Hitter's
you.
ballpark, okay.
Yeah, had a nice big, the red monster, it was a redwood fence that was in the back, about 8 foot tall, in the left field. So, you had not the green monster, but the red monster. Yeah. It was pretty deep in the alleys.
1 and 2 is the count to Reef Schneider. Runners at first and second and 1 away. Misses off the corner, 2 and 2.
I mean, the best part of it was, my mom couldn't bake after we had games because we had to use flour for the baseline.
What? Here's the 2-2. My mother would have murdered me. Behind third base, Booker is over, and he makes the play. There's 2 down.
I think we even used cornstarch.
Okay.
But it was flour, cornstarch, whatever we could find.
I don't know. Was there
we
anything
were lining it off.
Anything more fun than being your own grounds crew?
Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
Especially, after it rained and kind of trying to get things into some sort of order so that you weren't playing in mud. Oh, yeah. The Messick pitch on the way in there for a strike, 0-1 to John Judy.
The rest of the fence was tomato steak with twine.
Okay.
Baling twine. wrapped around
All right.
to the outfield.
Well, we got lucky. One year, they were doing some construction in the yard next to ours, and they put up one of those small black fences.
Oh, nice.
So we had never had a fence till then. And there it was magically for us. And it was awesome. It was the greatest thing ever. One of those black silk fences.
This is a great year.
Here comes the 1-2 from Messick. Away, 2-2. Broadway up 7-4, but I'm sure would like to tack on a run or two here. Runners at first and second with 2 down now. Judy skies one to right field. The second baseman goes back, can't make the play. A run is going to score. The throw to third is not going to be in time, as it just found a spot. House went back about as much as he could and just could not come up with it. And John Judy is going to be on with an RBI single.
Well, he held it, but then, you'll see it. House went back.
Here it is.
He almost came up with a catch. It hit his glove, and it just kind of bounced
It kind of got him turned a little bit. And
Each step was really deep out there,
Yes.
too.
Could not make the play. The run crosses the plate. And that's going to be drilled down the right field line. Fair ball. One run is going to score. See if they wave a second one in. They are rounding him around third base. The throw coming in is going to be cut off. And 2 more will cross the plate. And it is 10-4 as Trent Abernathy gets into the act.
There you go. That's the insurance runs they needed.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it now.
It's going to roll it to 10-4.
Nothing like your first hit of the series being a 2 RBI 2-bagger like that with 2 down.
Yeah. That might be turn out the light, the party's over.
10-4.
I don't know who sang that, but besides Dandy Don Meredith. I tell you, I see Brian. He's heading to he's probably going to get the champagne.
Yeah.
I mean, that, probably I would look for it.
The pitch to Solomon, swing and a miss. Ball and a strike to Natty.
All you got to do is go out in left field or right field. I think they got coolers there. They got plenty of champagne out there.
Yeah, that's the group that's had a couple coolers with them at Eagle Field.
Yeah.
Missed upstairs. So now 2-1 to Solomon.
I got a feeling the flag's going to be presented out there, too. I mean, they're going to have some.
Well, they've got the flag out there ready just
Oh,
beyond
yeah.
the fence in right field. They're ready to go. Here's the Messick pitch. Swing and a miss by Solomon. And it's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner out there at second base is Abernathy, having just driven in a pair of runs. And Solomon swings and misses. But the damage is done. 3 runs cross the plate to make it 10-4 in favor of the Broadway Bruins, who are looking to sweep the RCBL Championship Series. We'll be back with the bottom of the 9th. It's RCBL Championship Series Baseball on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
The summer clearance event is going on now at Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, where you'll find rates as low as 0% and no payments for up to 90 days. Plus, 0 down, sign and drive. Now's the time to buy a new Ram, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, or check out the stylish new Dodge Challenger. Plus the full lineup of new Jeeps like the rugged Jeep Wrangler or the luxury of the Grand Cherokee. Dick Myers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical. South Main Street, Harrisonburg.
Last hacks coming up. And they brought the closer in. Try and finish this series off for the Broadway Bruins. But the Shockers are coming up here in the 9th. It's Ritter, De La Verne, and Pierce Booker, who are due up in my book here, 10-4, the Broadway advantage. The 3 runs, just kind of the killer there in the top half of this inning.
And it's number 31 in the pitch.
Is that Whiteman?
Yeah, I think
No, that
No?
looks like maybe,
Yes.
well,
no, it's he pitched the other night.
he pitched he's from Eastern Mennonite.
Yeah, it's the Eastern Mennonite assistant coach. I cannot think of his name. I'm not
Bailey
sure.
Hall.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Bailey Hall.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, Bailey?
The Bailey Hall will take the hill. Bailey Hall, the 3rd pitcher the Bruins have employed tonight. And he'll deal with Ritter, Delaverne, and Booker. And here's Frankie Ritter. The Hall pitch on the way. No miss upstairs. The ball and no strikes to Frankie Ritter. Ritter's been on base a couple of times tonight. A couple of base hits, a 2-for-4 evening. He's driven in a run. He'll take high and tight there. Now 2 balls and no strikes to Frankie Ritter.
They're 3 outs away from the 2020 RCBL Championship, the Broadway Bruins.
In there for a strike to Ritter.
Broadway, if they continue this, which, it looks like they'll beat the Shockers 7 times. They've won 27 games and have beat the Shockers 7 times during the season.
2 balls and a strike now to Ritter.
And
Hall.
27 wins are, that's not shabby.
Popped it up on the infield. Coming in is Alt. The shortstop will call it and makes the catch just shy of the back half of the mound. And Ritter goes down via pop-up. So 1 down. Henry DeLaverne will come to the plate. 10-4 your score. Broadway looking to sweep the series. And as Mike said, 7 wins, 7-0 if they win tonight against Newmarket. That's impressive.
Very impressive.
The Hall pitch on the way. Delaverne will take high, ball 1.
And they moved the flag. I think they've moved down closer to dugout.
Ready to go with it.
Ready to have a good time.
People hustling around down there. As Delaverne just crushes one to left field and gone. Henry Delaverne with a bomb to left field to make it 10-5.
Hey, Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Good job, Henry.
Good
All right.
grief. He put a charge into that one.
Wow. Good job, Henry.
Comes across. We'll tap helmets with Pierce Booker, and good gravy. Henry Delaverne. 2nd home run of the series. And here's the replay from Telemedia. I mean, just whacks the thing. And take a look at the man. Almost made the catch.
Yeah. He had the broom.
He's
The
got
guy
the
had
broom out.
But, didn't give up the broom, but he didn't make the catch either. So, but good job, Henry.
Booker takes a ball, 1 ball and no strike. Hall's 1-0 offering on the way, and Booker hits one out into left field. Coming on is Meeser. He'll squeeze it, and there's 2 down. And out, the Broadway Bruins, an out away from claiming the 2020 RCBL Championship. And Calvin Pastel stands in their way.
You think 27 wins is not, but when you take a season that was only 21 games, I mean, then you add that's big.
Hall ready. The righty kicks and fires, and Pastel will take upstairs. 1 ball and no strike.
Well, you think their only 2 losses the entire postseason came to Bridgewater.
Yeah.
They swept Short Draft in 2 fairly easy games, and then, these games have not been easy.
Think about it. They won 1-0 in Game 5 against Bridgewater.
Yeah.
No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Alt has it. He comes up firing, throws to first off of Solomon's glove. And the game continues. It ain't over yet. As Calvin Pastel is aboard. I thought Solomon should have come up with that.
Probably should have had it. All things considered. Man, he got a little bit ahead of himself. Luke Keiser going to come in to pinch hit here.
Yeah, there's Luke.
Speedy Luke.
And it's, big for Luke. Remember, he got a base hit that last
RBI
time.
base
That's good
hit.
stuff. That's what the RCBL is about. Young kids coming up playing, and what will happen next year. I mean, next
That's
year,
right.
you think these guys are going to have to play for them. These college guys are going back to the Valley League. That's a base hit up the middle.
Keister, base hit just beyond the diving glove of John Judy. And now there's runners at first and second as Luke Keister comes up with a pinch hit single to keep things alive for the Shockers.
Well, if the Bruins can hang on and win this, we got a lot of stuff to go after this thing's over with.
Here's the telemedia replay as Keister just sends it right up the middle. Judy, wow. Man.
Right.
Here's Luke Estep. Estep with a couple of hits tonight. He's 2 for 4 on the evening.
Well, they have a little cushion here. They don't have
10-5 the Broadway lead.
7-4, it might get a little hairy, but
right.
Okay now. 10-5.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
The winning run would be at the plate had Broadway not scored in the top half of the inning. So they would have at least made it dramatic. That's fouled back over our head. Jeez. Shot that straight back, and it's 0-1 to Estep. If Estep were to get aboard, Ethan Laird would be next. Runners at first and second. 2 down. Hall ready. The righty kicks and delivers, and that's fouled back. 0-2. 1 strike away. Hall climbs back to the top of the hill. Ball in his right hand, now behind his back.
I mean, since 1938, if you win it, that's 82 years.
Here's in. Now comes set at the belt. The 0-2 on the way, and that's fouled back over our heads again.
Man, we almost had that.
Yeah, Mike, you got a souvenir almost.
Yeah, well.
Almost right in your lap.
Yeah. I had one
Mike
in my lap one time at Clover Hill.
Mike has been a ball magnet at times.
About an 85-mile-an-hour fastball to the chest. It wasn't very fun.
Coming off the bullpen down there.
Yes, it was a dangerous, The 0-2 on its way. Misses low. The fans were getting ready to celebrate, but it was called a ball, and it's 1-2. A couple of the fans put their arms up, thought it was over, but it is not.
There goes 3-1.
Now set at the belt. The 1-2 on its way. Popped it up, foul back behind us again.
Pretty good at bat here.
Yeah, he's hanging in, man.
Go home yet.
Had a good night. Played right field,
Yep.
did a good job.
That Gloria Gaynor staying alive.
Staying alive. I'm not sure what.
I Will Survive.
What year was that? I Will Survive. I'm not
Yeah.
sure of that one.
Here's the 1-2. Pitch on the way. Fouled back again.
That probably was close to 1972. Gloria Gaynor.
Okay.
I Will Survive. That, close.
Closer to the 80s, they
80s.
believe.
Okay.
Thank you.
A long time ago, nonetheless. The 1-2 upcoming. The pitch from Hall. Swing and a miss. He got him. And for the first time in 82 years, Broadway are the RCBL champions. And there it is, the dog pile back behind the mound as the Broadway Bruins win 10-5 tonight. They sweep the RCBL Championship Series 4-0, and they do it here tonight.
And they got the flag
10-5.
flying and, dog piling, and it's the champions. Celebration. Congratulations to the Broadway Bruins.
Broadway took a 2-0 lead in the top of the first. They would play 5 more in the top of the second, powered by a Travis Reefsnyder grand slam. It was 7-0. Newmarket then scored 2 in the bottom of the second. It was 7-2. It would stay that way until the 7th inning, when Newmarket would score 2 more and make it 7-4. In the top of the 9th, though, 3 runs played it would pretty much do it. As the 2-run double by Trent Abernathy was probably the one that got it done there to put his team up by the 10-4 margin. Henry Delaverne would hit a solo home run in the ninth for the final tally here tonight, 10-5 in favor of the Broadway Bruins. We got a post-game show to bring you here, including hopefully an interview with the MVP of the RCBL Championship Series. See who that might be. I think we have our ideas. 10-5, your final here. The Broadway Bruins are RCBL champs. It's RCBL baseball on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSBA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Eagle Carpet has been serving the Valley for the past 54 years and is looking forward to the next 50.
Our experienced staff offers the best local service in the industry and the widest selection of products available on the market today, including luxury vinyl planks, ceramic and porcelain tiles, and a large selection of long-lasting carpets. Finish your home improvement project with paints from Porter and PPG. For the best selection of quality products, expert installation, and competitive prices, there is no better choice than Eagle Carpet.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Let's celebrate. Surprise.
Yeah.
Come on now. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright.
Back here at Newmarket, Chase DeLauder has just been named the MVP of this RCBL Championship Series, and wow, what a game here tonight. 10-5. It was Broadway really from the beginning of this one, and they did not let up, and they win 10-5 here to take the series. They sweep the series 4-0. A couple of close ones.
Yeah, the series is not 4-0 is not reminiscent of what the series was about. I mean, it could have this could be a 2-2.
This should be a 2-2 series.
Yeah, but, DeLauder did it. There he is with Randy Atkins out there. He signed some baseball. He's going to get to sign a bunch of baseball.
Probably.
Yeah.
I believe you're right. He is signing one there that I'm sure is being saved for posterity. As Chase DeLauder, the MVP of the RCBL Championship Series. They win here tonight 10-5, 4-0. As we said, games 1 and 3 close.
Yeah.
Games 2 and 4, a little bit of a cushion for the folks from Broadway. But, I mean, the RCBL, Broadway didn't have a team for a while. And baseball came back to Broadway. Bruins scuffled trying to get back into the league. Went through that complete rebuild process, made some changes. And this was a year, I think, certainly at the beginning of the year, they had circled that this was going to be their year. And they got it done.
Well, Brian Duff had built this team, and, things kind of fell in line because when you take guys that, Bob Weiss, he got Bob Weiss on board. Bob Weiss went out to JMU, not only got the field, but he also got players. And he got one really good player.
No doubt.
He was no doubt not only, the MVP of the series, but he was the MVP of the league. And DeLauder just had a tremendous year.
Yeah, hit 667. We were thinking here for the championship series. Ridiculous. Well, 6 of 9, and 3 of those hits were home runs.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy stuff. And only 3 RBIs, but all 3 of those were solo home runs right here at Rebel Park.
Yes, and it changed the complexion of the rest of that series because from then on they didn't pitch to him, and it played in here tonight as they walked him to load the bases, and then Reef Schneider came up with a grand slam. And in all honesty, I know the game ended 10-5, but at a point in this game, that grand slam was the difference in this contest.
Yeah.
I mean, really, just a difference maker. What else can you say about a guy like Chase DeLauder?
Well, you say that he's got a great future, but, you know, you got and he's going to – you know, the other thing, too, about the RCBL, they played at JMU. He played. And here's another thing. Think of how many fans that he developed from the area, which in turn is going to help JMU. I mean, these people from the area, the community, is going to follow Chase DeLauder.
Yeah.
They're going to come and watch him. And, you know, that's good stuff.
Well, we're going to be joined by Chase DeLauder here in a moment. We're going to take a break, step aside, try and set our equipment up so we can have the conversation with Chase. But the Broadway Bruins, winners of the 2020 RCBL Championship, they win here tonight 10-5. They sweep the series 4-0 over the Newmarket Shockers. It's RCBL Championship Series baseball on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA. Hold on. Yeah.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Dick Meyer's Labor Day sales event is happening now. Trade up to a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat you've always wanted. At Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat, we're paying over Kelley Blue Book and NAD book values on any trade-in on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Fiat. If looking to trade in your old vehicle, now's the time to stop by because the 2020s must go during the Labor Day sales event. Dick Meyer's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat. Locally owned and operated. Fair, honest, and logical.
Forget it. Forget it. Just for you. I don't know what the
I'm here.
You might have had this. Okay, nope, that hurts.
Oh, yeah. I knew I got spiked.
You all did, yeah. Sign this back. And sign the Tanner, did you sign this out? Yes. No. I'm going to sign. No, you're not.
The Broadway Bruins are your 2020 RCBL champions. They win here tonight 10-5. And just a fantastic display by this Broadway team over this season. I mean, you talked about it, Mike. 27 wins in a shortened season.
Yeah, you know, the thing that Broadway brought to the ballpark each night was they had the pitching. They had a pitching staff that was, you know, as good as any Valley League pitching staff you'd have. I mean, they had, you know, guys that were definite starters, and then you kept bringing guys out of the bullpen that were very good. And, you know, and you can't take anything away from Newmarket. I mean, they were the number 2 team in the league, and Nolan Potts and that crew did a great job. And, you know, the people of Newmarket were blessed without the Rebels here. You know, they had to have some good baseball, and that's what they got.
They really did. And, you know, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast. The folks got a chance, and the RCBL had a chance to kind of, you know, showcase itself a bit And I'm not sure you could have asked for better. In a time when I think folks were starved to see baseball, not only did they get to see baseball, they got to see good baseball.
Yeah.
And just what an opportunity out here for these folks. As we're hoping to have Chase DeLauder come up and join
he's
us.
coming, man, but he's eating some pizza.
It's a long walk up here to our broadcast location. And, this is always the deal. This is like waiting on Schickman to come and talk to you.
Is that what?
And he's always got to stop and talk to somebody. And,
Well, he signed one thing that I like about this. He's signing autographs.
Yeah.
And that's something that a guy like that needs to do. And, that's going to be good in his career. If he can do that stuff and be true to the people that watch him, that's going to be a good thing for a good player. And he seems like a good guy. He was a good guy in the league. So here's Randy's got him, and Chase is coming.
10-5, your final here is we, got to get up at 3:30 in the morning. But, whatever. Take your time. Good for me. But, I mean, gosh, what else can you say about this Broadway season and the team that they put together? I think what you mentioned was really the thing. Nobody had the pitching that they had. And, I mean, I don't want to belabor the fact, but you're talking about, a pitching staff where John Judy was basically a bullpen arm at times. And, I mean, you're talking about the reigning RCBL Pitcher of the Year, just wildly impressive in what they put together out there. We are joined by Chase DeLauder. And, Chase, first of all, congratulations, MVP of the series.
Thank you.
So, I mean, you hit 667 in the series. Not too shabby.
Yeah, I was seeing it well, yeah.
So, all right, you hit the 3 home runs here in Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it kind of became, let's not mess with Chase. Is that frustrating? I mean, what
yeah, at the end of the day, I want to hit, obviously, but it becomes a respect thing, so I just accept it. And, it works out like Travis had a big day at the plate after they intentionally walked me, so it, backfired almost. So, I just take it as a respect thing and move on from it.
And that's kind of the thing. I mean, the other guys behind you, when you get intentionally walked, the person behind you then gets a chance.
Yeah.
And as you said, Travis made him pay.
Yeah. Now, Travis was seeing it well today, and that was the big thing. Intentionally walking me, it just puts me on base. It gives us a chance, to score runners. So.
The other thing we talked about is really the difference between Broadway and every other team was your pitching staff.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, a couple of the JMU guys threw really well. Adam Riggleman, goes to Glenville State. I think he's going to come to JMU here in the near future. But yeah, they all threw well for us, and then our bats just carried on.
Chase, one question I had is, you played your freshman year at James Madison, or at least part of your freshman year, and you came back and you played in the RCBL. And the thing that happened is you became a instant star in the league, but it also, you developed a lot of fan people. There's going to be some fans that's going to come to the JMU games just to watch you. And I think you've carried yourself well. And
thank you.
I think it's a good thing for JMU and JMU baseball.
Definitely, yeah. Of course, the fan base for Broadway was awesome. A lot of fans of the game. I think the game the other night at JMU, Game 3, was probably the most people I've ever seen at the JMU Stadium. So, and for them to show us nothing but love and support is awesome.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you did come to Broadway and play, because if we'd have had the Valley League, you'd have played for Strasburg.
Yeah.
And I'd be coaching Woodstock. You'd have probably hit 40 home runs down in that ballpark. So it's kind of worked out for me too.
Talk about the opportunity. Obviously, you want to play.
Yeah. I was actually playing back home for a men's league, just local. And then one of our players, Josh Jones, he actually contacted me the day before I came down here and was like, hey, there's a team, there's five of us playing on it, 4 or 5 of us. And I was like, he's like, you can live with me, we can just live down here and play ball all summer. I was like, all right, might as well, and just came down here.
What did you think? I mean, the competition in this league was pretty good because of the fact there wasn't any place else for most kids to go.
No, definitely. The competition was great. A lot of great arms, a lot of great bats. So really couldn't beat it.
Your history in the league is 27 games long, but you have to juxtapose that with Broadway, who has won now their first title in 82 years. I mean, kind of neat for this group to be able to bring that for the community.
Oh, yeah, definitely, especially the guys that have been playing here for a couple years. It's just our first year, but for them, I know it means the world to them. So.
And we were talking about a guy like Kevin Rush, who's played in the league 25 years.
Yeah.
And I think this is the first championship series, let alone championship, he's won.
Yeah, no. Kevin's been great for us. I mean, obviously he's getting playing time and everything. Now, even when he's not playing, he's a great supporter and just a great person to be around.
So, Chase, what are you looking forward to, when you do get back to playing JMU baseball?
I'm excited, to get back in the purple. There's a lot of my teammates I haven't seen since, the whole Corona thing happened and quarantine. So I'm excited to get back there, get back in that atmosphere, hopefully play ball in the spring.
You guys ought to be pretty good, too.
Yeah, we have.
You got the makings of a pretty good ball club.
Yeah, we have a lot of returning guys.
Yeah.
Chase, congratulations on the championship, on the MVP, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Chase DeLauder is the MVP of the series, and congratulations to him as he and the Broadway Bruins are CBL champions this year. We'll come back. We'll have a final word from Mike Bocock. This is RCBL Baseball on News Talk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Life happens everywhere. Like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event this month at Bob Wade Subaru. With rates as low as 0% for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Subaru Ascents, Outbacks, Foresters, Legacies, and Imprezas. At Bob Wade Subaru, we've enjoyed serving the Valley for over 40 years. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any of your vehicle needs.
Back here at Rebel Park as folks still linger a bit as the RCBL championship was decided tonight as the Broadway Bruins win 10-5 and they sweep the series over Newmarket 4-0, and it brings a close to the 2020 RCBL season.
It does, and I want to make sure we thank all our sponsors. Tony Wilt from Superior Concrete, Dale Rogers of PWD, Tom and Brent from CL Custer, Pat Mannerholm, and Jack and Brenda Thomas House, Mike and Tammy Jenkins, Jimmy at Southern Kitchen, Randy at Journey's Crossing and Timberview, Josh at the Valley Tractor Supply, Kenny Reed for Snap-on Tools, and the Power Connection. I'd also like to thank all the RCBL organizations for letting us broadcast come to you, and the Harrisonburg Radio Group. And Carl, thank you and Mario and RJ Kelly and Matt Atkins and all the interns and everybody that let us bring these games to you. And it was certainly a great season for the RCBL.
It was. I appreciated the opportunity again to do these games. I appreciated the opportunity to work with Leighton Poole, who joined us here for this championship series and late in the year. And Leighton and I had kind of seen each other a couple of times over at Bridgewater College, and appreciated the opportunity to work with him. And Mike, you and I always have a good
Great
time no matter where we are.
Well, reflections of the RCBL season. And if you're watching, they put together a video thing. The RCBL is the amateur baseball league, the oldest amateur baseball league in America. The 2020 season was the league's 96th year and may go down as the best. As the sun fades on the local boys of summer and the corn is ready to harvest around the Field of Dreams ballpark, we realize what the RCBL pulled off was totally amazing. The country faced the COVID-19 crisis with restrictions on everything that would hopefully mitigate the pandemic. Unfortunately, the league would be delayed until the end of June and play a 21 game in 28 days, which would change the dynamics of the teams. The Valley League would not play along with many other college summer leagues, including the Cape Cod, Even little leagues were shut down. Where would the people of the Valley turn for sports entertainment? Well, there was nothing good. But baseball and the RCBL would supply brief moments in time when the troubles of the world could be forgotten. The league would expand rosters and add many college players from local schools that wanted their guys to get innings pitched and at bats in preparation for the next academic year. No longer would the veterans from the annual contenders be dominant. Bridgewater and Clover Hill would finish in the middle of the standing. Upstart Newmarket, having 23 past and present players from Shenandoah University, would become a contender. Broadway would add college players from James Madison University and also various schools in West Virginia, put together an enviable pitching staff. Even the Valley League teams would be dread to face. So the season would play out. The fans' support and the attendance at games were at maximum while trying to social distance and comply with state pandemic restrictions. The concession stands boomed with the sale of Buck Burgers, McNett Burgers, hot dogs, and even local ham sandwiches. As for the players, the future and past would combine for new stars that would be compared to the stars of yesteryear and now Hall of Famers. MVP home run hitter Chase DeLauder compared with the blast from the past, Griff the Milkman Gilkison. While Griff's home runs would clear the Linville Schoolhouse, DeLauder's would land on 42 High Street. A pitching matchup of Riggleman and Thompson were reminiscent of the days of Sparky Simmons against Harry Harlow. Bob Weiss would become the oldest and the youngest player to ever bat in the league, in addition to the knowledge of the game that he shared with the youngsters of Broadway and JMU is invaluable. For Broadway, a championship, the first since 1938, was put together by Brian Duff and manager Chip Abernathy. They would win 27 games and be compared to some of the great teams of Linville, Harrison, Bridgewater, Stewart's Draft, and Clover Hill. Congratulations go to the Bruins. So, the RCBL season of 2020, created by Randy Atkins and the board, became just what the area needed. And for the Valley, it was baseball. Yes, baseball. From the oldest league in the country, making all things good again, at least for a while.
Mike, thank you very much for those reflections. And the 2020 season comes to a close with the Broadway Bruins winning their first title in more than 80 years. A 10-5 victory here tonight over Newmarket, capping a series sweep of 4-0. Our thanks certainly, as you said, Mike, to R.J. Kelly and Nick Pearl back at Network Control, who ran our board for us. Again, Leighton Pullen, who joined us, Matt Atkins early in the season, Randy Atkin for his work as well. And Mike, as always, I've appreciated working with you this season. Again, your final, 10-5, Broadway defeats Newmarket and wins the 2020 RCBL Championship. You've been listening to the RCBL Championship Series and watching the RCBL Championship Series. Newstalk 92.1 and 550 WSVA.